So I know how we got into like an argument about the Civil War last night, and it got kind of heated and stuff.
Tense, man.
And I it's kind of just been on my mind, and it's not that. And I get it. It's like a 175-year-old conflict, and like it's still, to people who don't know, the Civil War still has caused division even today.
Right.
But today has learned me a lesson. This is a new day, and I'm driving around my street. I'm driving up Fox Street, and I see a downed hackberry tree, which is a big native tree, has like warts on it. And it fell over and hooked the power line. But all I thought of is like, because, I do woodworking and stuff. And I'm like, damn, I'm going to go over there with my axe and just show up and be like, hey, neighbor, can I chop your tree up and take some of this wood home and then make like $1,000 off of it at zero profit to you?
And they think you're the good guy in the situation.
Right? Yeah. And it ends up really fucking badass for me. And so I go over, but this house, it's a tree that was in the house of this old black guy, and it fell in the yard of this guy who has like Trump 2024 Make America Great Again flags and like God, America is God fucking flags.
It fell into his yard, but it wasn't.
It was the other guy's house. And so I'm like, I wonder how this is going to go when I just show up. And so I pull up, and they're all out there. They're all at one spot. And there's this young guy, and he's like, fuck it. And he leaves. And I show up, and I'm like, hi, my name is Mason. I'm like waving an axe at him. I'm like, hello, I'm friendly. And,
oh my God.
And they're like, okay, what? And I'm like, listen, I'm a local woodworker. Just let me chop some of this wood, take it off of your fucking... woodworker, I hardly even know her.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
And so, what I came to find out, the guy came to me, and so... There's just an older black man who was in the military, and this is all, I'm saying the race because it becomes an important part of this whole afternoon for me, this whole evening.
Is that Tiffany?
And white and black. Yeah, it's literally, I'm in like fucking White Men Can't Jump, but it's like Oklahoma version, and there's no basketball, and
you're
Wesley
settling
Snipes
all these disputes.
Yeah, and so
figuring things out.
I come there, and it's just literally like the coming together of like America's history. There's like an old white guy with like cross tattoos all over him. He has the Star of David, the cross, and a menorah all in the same symbol tattooed on his neck.
Is he Jewish?
He's like a Judeo-Christian warrior knight like type of vibe. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Like Ben Shapiro, but in a trailer park type of vibe. You know what I mean? And so, but he's there, and he has like a fucking shirt that says "Jesus is my lifeguard," and it has like Jesus as a lifeguard on a T-shirt with the sleeves cut off. He's really fucking badass dude. His name is Steve.
Does that mean he can't swim?
I don't know what anything is.
This is the one thing we got.
Wait. Black guy named Steve.
A white guy named Steve.
Oh, yeah.
Black guy's named Danny. That's my grandpa's name.
Shit.
But older black guys have just like regular American names. They'll be like, I'm Thomas.
Sometimes they'll be like an Elmer.
Sometimes they'll be
like
an
old school
name.
A Harlan. A fucking, there's some old,
So anyways, I come to the aid, and they're like, ain't no way this motherfucker's gonna swing an axe and do any real work. Because we grew up in an age of chainsaws and fucking modern technology, and I've been practicing the blade since I was young. I've been practicing the art of the blade.
Starting the art of the blade, dude.
Just fucking chopping down your neighbors like trees and stuff, man. I was real George Washington. And but now I'm using it for good, and I'm using it to bring together the community. And I'm talking to Danny, and what unites them is God and Jesus, I come to find out. They're both super religious, which is pretty cool. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm out there, and I start chopping, and I chop through a log the size of my torso. And they're like, boy, I feel like I'm in the 1800s. I ain't seen nobody work like that in forever. This guy got my chainsaw blade. Oh, but the problem I came upon is their chainsaw blade had get caught in a branch that Danny said not to cut. But the young guy that ran away when I got there...
Wait, there's a third guy?
There was a third guy, but he left. I didn't know I could get to know him.
What race was he? Was he Chinese?
He was a white guy. Yeah. No. It was one of Steve's buddies. Steve was like, my young nephew's going to come over and help. Turns out he's just like a fucking hooligan, and he like got Danny's saw stuck in a branch. And so I come there to the rescue, and I use my axe. Huh?
He bailed.
He said, I'll be back. And he never came back. I was there the rest of the evening.
After I fucked
and so I look like a hero. I think I solved racism on Fox Street and renewed the elderly people's faith in the youth is what I did, I think. And so I come there with my axe, and through my hard work, I free the chainsaw blade of the fucking tree, and then I chop me off a chunk, and they're all impressed. I'm tired as fuck. I got Steve's wife hobbling out there with half a leg trying to, you need a glass of water? And she's trying to climb over a log. And I'm like, lady. And
lady.
Please. And so I grab my water and I'm just hanging out. And Danny's like, what kind of woodworking? I'm talking about woodworking. He's like, well, I carved a cross you got to come look at. And I was like, well, I'll be over there. And his wife's on the porch and she waves. Her name's Dawn. And I'm like, hello. And he's like, you got to come over for dinner. You got to come over. You can't say no. I was like, all right, hell yeah. And he was like, Steve, you come over too. And he's like, yeah, hell yeah. And I could tell Danny's getting mad at Steve because Steve's not good with hand tools, but he knows how to use the chainsaw. So it's this hard, like, Danny needs Steve to set it up, but Danny knows how to use tools. But Steve's just kind of like a crazy old redneck guy.
It's just to deal with it to get the problem
And
done.
then I could tell her, but Danny is a very loving man. He's like honestly one of the best people in Tahlequah. He fucking said, come on by. And I loaded up. I started picking out the pieces of wood I wanted, loading up my girlfriend's car with wood and lumber because that's what I use. Since my car broke down, I can't put wood in my Chevy Cruze anymore. So now I gotta lay a tarp down in the back of
pull
baby
the
girls.
windows down and the wood sticking out.
I'm like, it's for carving. This is a good investment. And so I'm loading up, and then he starts like helping me load up and everything. And Steve's out there just doing his fucking best, but he's like, I'm on disability, and the tree fucking whacked the corner of his house, and so we're all talking about that. And I've driven by this house before, and I've seen that Trump flag, and I've been like, I bet some fucking jackass lives there. You know what? It's just Steve. He doesn't know what's going on. He's just hanging out. At the end of the day, people just hanging out getting trees out of their yard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so Danny's out here, and he thought I was black. And whenever I rolled up, he was like, I thought you had a little brother in you. And I was like, okay, at first I didn't, but then my white dad took a DNA test. Turns out he's a little % bad bitch or whatever. No, but so I had to explain that. And then Danny said, that's fine, you're accepted. And I was like, okay, I don't know what this means.
I don't know what this means.
And then Steve's like, well, I'm white, but I'm also a little bit Blackfoot. And then Danny was like, shut up, that's what white people say. And he was like, you're right. And then we're all just hanging out. But Danny's like, come over for hot links and carne asada. Ooh. Don's cooking it up. I'm like, okay, I actually have to come over.
I actually want to come over.
And so Danny, and then he starts telling me, okay, whenever Steve walks off for a minute to get some water from his wife, Danny's like, look, after I came back from the war, man, I had to get out of the hood. And I couldn't play around with those fools in the hood slinging dope. And he's telling me he's doing the standard like military black guy coming from the hood. And he's like, look, now I got a car. And there's literally like a tree on his shed, but his car is like cool as fuck. He's like, hell yeah, that's what life's about. And I tell him, how about you try the army? And you'll get a badass car like my Challenger. And he keeps just referencing it. That's like his success in life.
It's the Challenger.
Yeah, that's what I tell my boys. And then he walks away for a minute and Steve comes over to me one-on-one. He's like, I really, black people are cool. You know what I mean? Like, they both one-on-one have to let me know how cool they are with the other one. In case I was there just vibing, getting myself some firewood. And then they were smoking cigarettes that they hand-rolled. Danny hand-rolled some menthols for us. And he was like, and then I was thinking maybe they're cool. Maybe they smoke weed. I was about to offer a dab out of my car.
Like, hell no.
And then I don't roll them smoke. I don't smoke them funny cigarettes no more. That's what Danny said. And I was like, okay, I'll back off on the weed. But I'm still chilling. And so Danny's like, come back for the hot links. Take the wood back to the house, unload. I come back. He said, just make your plate ready. We just got it ready. I come on in. Don's super nice. He shows me the art on the door. He opens the door and he waves it up. He's like, hi, this is my wife. She's like, hi. And then he slams the fucking door. He's like, look at my art on the fucking door. Oh, and then she like creeps the door open. She's like, hello. Just crawls back outside.
What was the art of?
It was just a wooden cross he made out of another part of a wooden tree.
How many crosses does he have?
A lot of trees fall down in his yard, so he's got a lot of wood. He's been telling me that this tree's been causing him problems for a while, but not filling Steve's yard. So now Steve's feeling that fucking like heat. This hackberry, he says, been every time it's drop shit, it's broken a car, his wife's car, part of his shed, corner of his house, and now Steve's porch.
Do you think you just pay a bunch of insurance and start frauding that, right?
Well, Steve was telling me about that, and he was like, well, he can't pay the deductible because he's on fucking disability.
Oh, he's on fixed income. I hurt my back. I fell off the ladder.
And he can't caught climbing up and down a hackberry tree trying to fix his gutters. You know what I mean? So anyways, I come back. Dude. I mean, some fucking links. And he's like, fix you some up for the fam. And so there might be some leftover tacos in here. I'll see what they didn't eat. And so, I got some street tacos. I got some hot links. And he's like, you guys sit down and stay. You can't get out of here too quick. And so I'm sitting there chilling. Dawn's showing me all her like Etsy craft art she's doing, which she's pretty good at. That shit could go in TJ Maxx and fucking move. And And then we just start talking about like Jesus and how you need to find Jesus.
And you're an atheist. I'm an atheist, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm
We're just hanging out.
yeah.
But I'm respectful. And then he was talking about.
That doesn't mean people.
And so we're sitting there hanging out.
But I don't.
And he's talking about. We're talking about like Native. They want to talk about everything. And I'm saying I do Native art. And they're like, oh, Native Americans. We're talking about like random history stuff. He gets a phone call. And he's like, I bet it's a damn spam caller. And he puts it on speaker. He was like, this is Danny. And then the guy's like, oh, hi, this is the people from the LDS Mormon church. Hi.
Holy shit.
And then he puts it off speaker. He's like, yeah, what's up? And they're like trying to set up a date to come and hang out. And he was like, yeah, I've been wanting y'all to come by. I got some questions for y'all. Beep. And he hangs up on him. He's like, I've been having some questions for him. Came by first time. I looked at that book. I found a page. And it says, cursed are the dark skins. I say, why? Oh, we just have a dog intrusion.
Do we know who this is?
Yeah, this is my dog. Yeah.
Okay.
That's Puppy. Yeah, she's cool.
Puppy.
Just another random animal crawls in here. Anyways, he's telling me he has an issue, and he wants one of these 19-year-old elders to come back to his house so he can like roast them about why the book is racist.
And to give context again.
And then he said every time he's asked one to come by, after he brings that up, they stop replying to him, and then a different one hits him up. And then he'll be like, all right, why is your book say this? And they'll be like, okay, we'll send someone else to come and talk to you about that. And so Danny's just real mad, eating hot links, loving Jesus, and wondering why these Mormons won't answer his damn questions.
Because he's hostile.
No, dude, he has PTSD. He said if anyone of authority comes around him, he says, I hope they let me walk away because I'll pop off.
It's for their own good.
Yeah,
so was he religious too?
Oh, yeah, all super religious. I'm just hanging out.
So I have questions about this, and I have
religious.
questions about this. Okay, so, in getting the tree process out, and no one had the money to go to anybody and be like, hey, can you get this fucking tree out? Can you
No,
get the
they
tree?
say I don't want to pay anybody. I'm trying to just fucking get my boys to come out here with a machete and just see what they can. He's like talking about having the cousins come over with their fucking.
Was this to do with the Trump flag that says no more bullshit on it? That's a funny flag. That's a funny like no
What's
more
up, Kim?
bullshit.
I got a question.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
How does this tie back into Civil War? Like,
Because I felt like it was almost like the leftover energy of the Civil War just happened. Like right here, like here's a man who I know is like he's got some Southern sympathies, and then you have fucking Danny coming from the other perspective of life as like a Southern man of color or whatever, and I just felt like both of them talking about how race doesn't matter and that they just both love God or something. That through that. Through God, all things are possible, Cole. That's what I'm just wanting to say. That's really ultimately.
We just love each other as one another.
Hold up, I'm gonna get these damn dogs out of here. Puppy,
get these damn motherfucking dogs out of here.
This is what you get with OKDogtown.
And in all the climax of this,
this is part of the ASMR is me getting one of these damn
in all the
dogs.
climax of this,
Get on, doggy.
I don't know if you know this, but the rapture is gonna happen tomorrow. Is what they're saying. They say the rapture. They say it's gonna be the
Hey,
end of the
rapture,
world.
hardly know her.
Tomorrow's gonna be the fucking eclipse that we've had for the first time since like 2017.
The total eclipse.
Do you remember the last one?
No.
I had to do a yearbook for school, and I had to go outside, and everyone would kind of have the eclipse glasses and watch. And for some reason, right as the eclipse happened, a lady fought one of our homies, one of the ones you work with. Like a girl swung on him, and he had to fight her, and then they made everyone go back inside before the eclipse started.
Wow.
And I just thought that was the fucking weirdest thing, dude. It's like you get like this big historical moment cut off by a fucking high school brawl.
A high school fight.
Like a fucking like if you could get into a fight during the eclipse, wouldn't that be like the coolest possible time?
Maybe that was a
Like,
bad
wouldn't that
omen for whoever it was. That would mean something if you're getting your ass whooped and the sun leaves for a minute.
And then, of course, as usual, there's a shortage of glasses. Have you noticed that?
Shortage of,
Yeah.
those glasses to look.
Like, you can find one? Yeah.
sweet man.
So I actually, I was working at McDonald's at the time. So in between, like, fucking orders, they would just, like, have us come out there and fucking look at it and shit. It was really, it was really corporate, but, like, at least I got to see the fucking clips. Like, yeah.
Wait, you got to see the clips at McDonald's?
Yeah.
Did you get the glasses? Did you squint?
Yeah.
Dude, Trump
Yeah, dude.
squinted into that shit, dude.
That was the funniest
Yeah,
fucking
he, like,
thing ever.
fucking, yeah.
He pointed at it and then he stared right at the fucking sky.
Like a badass, dude.
He's like, I've stared into a lot of things.
What does it actually do if you stare at the eclipse? What actually happens? Because he didn't just...
You know,
I think he disproved that on TV. He just
what
went,
the fuck?
he went, no.
What is that, like, what does happen? Like, what is the, you know, blind?
I think you're microwaving your eyes is the idea, right?
Now I've heard that people do sun gazing. I mean,
Oh,
like,
I've heard of that.
yeah, like they'll do it like at the right time of day. You can't fucking go out when the sun comes straight up. You know,
When it doesn't hurt really bad, right?
When it doesn't fry your eyes. your
When it
retinas.
doesn't.
Do you ever do that as a kid? It's like, you can't stare at the sun. Like,
I
no,
do
I
that
can
as
do
a-
it. And then you stare at the sun. You're like, ah.
You just see
And then
purple circles for like
Yeah.
minutes. Yeah.
And then like you like close your eyes and you rub your fucking fingers on
Those
your eyes.
those sun, what are they called? Sun gazers or sun gazing or something?
Yeah.
Sun gazer, I hardly know her. But they say it gives them like powers, right? Or special
And it
energies.
helps your
from the
eyes low
sun.
key because after you see that bright shit, I think it adjusts your eyes back to color. You
It
know,
resets it.
like when you're in a dark room, you turn the light on.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Your eyes get smaller, your pupils
Well,
get smaller, yeah.
You know,
helps you dilate.
everybody likes a nice sunset. I'll say that because you know it's naturally more powerful, less powerful. Sorry, in the when it's setting.
What do you
This is a very like esoteric, eccentric. Like if you stare at the sun, actually.
Don't stare at the sun.
Don't stare at the
You don't
sun.
advocate for staring at the sun.
No, okay, but there is some.
We
What
can do
I've
it for a
heard
second.
from. I always tell people who just have a baby, I'm like, give them beef jerky to gnaw on, even with no teeth. Give them some beef jerky and point them at put them outside and like point at stuff way off in the horizon while on a sunny day, because they say that's how you exercise your eyes. So there might be some truth to sun gazing, but they say that a lot of like if you are in good daylight, natural daylight, and having to look far distances, it exercises your eyes'
Right.
ability to perceive further and can help people like because you know
Or your
the idea that
foresight.
so many people have like glasses nowadays, you're like, how could you survive in nature or whatever? But that might a mix of genetics and childhood, like
So,
being inside and looking at a screen a lot or paper or being up close to things.
I'm
a
getting
lot.
called out here. I'm nearsighted, but both of my siblings, they were like, "No, I didn't fall for it." Like they both also got glasses, and then both of them went, "Nah, fuck that shit," and they threw them in the trash, and then they just
We're
don't.
blind.
Yeah, they just.
stay blind.
I mean, no, their vision got better eventually. I don't know, but like they can see. It's not like
Huh.
they don't need them anymore.
Dude, no. I heard there was a recall on some of them fucking solar eclipse glasses.
Really?
Really?
Oh, shit.
That's kind of fucking funny. 'Cause,
Dude,
like,
I would make some
looking
fake
at
ones.
it-
Dude, I should
and
make
you
some.
just, like,
I should have
make
been doing
fake-
that. Is what I should have been.
Yeah, you
doing.
got a couple hours, man. You got it. Come on, man.
I'll start flipping them tomorrow morning.
Just
Like,
yep. Hey,
start
real
listening.
early, meet Mason in the parking lot at Woods. He's gonna have fucking
Atwoods.
faulty solar eclipse glasses.
I'm gonna sell all that and then buy chickens, but reimbursement, and get my money invested.
Go to the
in
Chicken
chickens.
Depot or go and get a chicken from Atwoods.
Atwoods baby chickens, dude.
The chicks.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
pick up
some
chicks. You're gonna go to Atwoods and pick up chicks.
No,
That's
dude,
where I go,
you get the
dude.
grill from Atwoods, right? And then you go over to the Chicken Depot, and then get the chicken from there.
And
just-
then you go next to Revolution and you
Yeah.
get some whippets.
oh yeah, and you get a couple of whippets, bro. And you just do whippets in the
For a
parking
long
lot. roll the
time.
chicken.
Welcome to the Dogtown podcast.
Welcome to the
We
OKDogtown
have,
podcast.
You know, me and your boy Mason and Hunter Miller,
What
the
up?
big thriller from Manila, and Frihole Cole Pinelli.
It means
Piano man.
beans.
Yeah, but it sounds cool, right?
It means beans and
If you don't
ass.
translate- not that's culo. No, cole. Yeah, that was a stretch when Buddha said your name sounds like ass because it really doesn't, but then it kind of does. if
It's
you don't
close
think about
enough to where he's like, nah, fuck it.
Nah,
That's what his
you
girl
can't,
said,
Can't
right?
risk.
Yeah.
Can't risk it. Yeah,
it.
dude.
And we have our guest on today, Cam Kuhn and Janae. What is your last name? I don't know.
Say ciao.
What is it?
Say ciao.
Say ciao. Okay.
Yeah.
Say
Okay.
ciao.
I'm just here for support. That's it.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
if you have any input, I mean, we're not going to be quiet.
There's
Okay,
men
okay,
talking.
okay.
There's
The men are talking today. God.
Oh,
No,
yeah, so-
yeah, it's great to have you guys on.
Thank you,
dude.
thank
Yeah,
you.
dude. Thanks for being on.
I actually had a question.
You got one?
I got just a couple. We're just gonna, you know what this is.
all right.
What is a celebrity you hate? Name a couple of celebrity, not hate, but like some that you're like,
Very dislike.
yeah, either that or you're like, damn,
Very
they
dislike.
are up
dislike.
there for no damn reason, like, or you think they're like funny or they're like popular, like Katy Perry. You know what I
I
mean?
would start with like Amber Heard, but I mean, in
Amber Heard?
Zombieland, she was pretty alright.
Wait, who's she playing Zombieland? I didn't even
Remember the first girl? He's like
Oh
706.
shit.
She's hot as fuck. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember now. Yeah.
Amber Heard.
She wasn't
kind
Emma
of a
Stone.
bitch.
She wasn't like out there in the shit, like fucking fending for her life, trying to defend her sister, and like
Yeah.
at Bill Murray's house, like having to deal with all the.
She did Johnny Depp wrong. So,
She
you
did
know.
Johnny Depp wrong.
She did.
That's what we heard in the street.
That's what we heard.
That's what we've heard in the streets, dude.
Through the grapevine. Yeah.
She did that guy wrong, or something happened.
What about some like politicians or something who's like just an
I
infamous
think the
politician?
Canadian president.
Oh, Trudeau?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a funny answer.
He's a fun guy.
Dude, he just is like,
Yeah.
oh, we shouldn't be racist there. And then there's 90 pictures of him in blackface.
So is
Like,
he
just
really?
coming out.
What's his name's son?
The other guy, old Trudeau's son, because he's the son of like another older president. Oh, they say he's Fidel Castro, right? Yeah. There's
the conspiracy theory is that
yes,
they look alike,
yes, he is.
Yeah,
What?
Just for the record, I have no proof, but yes, he is.
and what I love is that he got caught for doing blackface, and they asked him, "Hey, Justin Trudeau, how many more photos of you doing blackface are we gonna find?" And he was like, "Look, I can't put a number. I really don't know.
Wait
if
a
you keep
minute.
asking me,
Wait a
you
minute.
might keep digging them. But like, there might be that many photos of me doing blackface."
Damn.
And then the country had to accept it.
Quebec's like the Alabama of Canada, dude.
It's like he did
They
different.
don't have guns. They took guns away. I mean,
They took all guns, like handguns.
They just
took
use
fucking-
like moose, like pet moose, to fucking unleash.
riding this is
They just throw hands in the
Yeah.
snow, dude. They
And
hit
instead of
hockey
like a
sticks.
school
Yeah,
shooting,
they
there's
got
like a
hockey
school like mauling down with like a fucking wildlife.
How many people do you think can give with a hockey stick?
Oh, hockey sticks are probably a common weapon.
It's a blading, and like, they know what they're trained from a young age. to
They'll
fight.
fucking cap your shins, dude. Damn.
they golf with half with fucking hockey sticks.
He's like a politician from another country.
That was one.
That'd be funny to. I know. That was one that got the ball rolling.
Okay.
Are you into geopolitics, Kim?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
But I'm just into politics where it involves a war. And it involves,
That's fair.
You know, I gotta be aware of what's going on. Who's gonna do
For the boys, yeah.
In case you get drafted, right?
Yeah.
In case you get signed up, and then if you did, you'd be on the front lines.
Oh,
getting
barbecue
people.
from Haiti.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's kind of badass though. I don't know where I feel about that. You know what I mean? Because he is killing people and cooking them and eating them.
Right. He puts tires on their necks and.
But
fucking
the English
burns them.
monarchy is doing that, but behind closed doors.
Diddy's
But they're like, oh, that would be terrible if somebody
doing
did
that. Diddy's fucking doing that.
Yeah, and
We're gonna find out in a couple
writing,
months.
he's like writing cool music and stuff. Right? Didn't he write? Or wasn't he the one who was like trapped in the closet? Have you
No,
seen
it's
that?
R. Kelly.
That was R. Kelly.
That was
which is
R.
also
Kelly.
funny, right?
It is also really funny. He also did some fucked up shit. It's like
He
birds of a
also-
feather flock together, you know.
He also
Diddy was the one that
to
Biggie
Africa.
didn't let on Give Me the Loot.
P. Diddy was the one.
Yeah, that was the one Biggie didn't let on Give Me
the
the
one
Loot.
that he also sang P. Diddy's part
Yes,
on it.
that's correct.
Janae.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the King Charles. We'll put King C up on
I
there.
feel like he's like Biden at the point, you know, just too senile to be doing
All right,
that.
who's an obnoxious male celebrity? Obnoxious, just fucking douchey.
Douchey.
Just douchey as fuck, dude.
Andy Dick.
Andy
Yeah.
Dick. Oh, who's Andy Dick? He's the. Oh wait, he's that
Yeah.
comedian guy, right?
Yeah.
Do you know who that is?
No.
He's just kind of causes a lot of havoc. Skinny blonde
He's
guy.
a skinny
Kills
blonde dude with
people on
glasses,
accident,
yeah,
and he
dude.
just like
Yeah.
Taylor smoked a cigarette with him one time.
What the
You're
fuck?
Taylor
No
Warren?
way.
Yeah, Taylor Warren smoked a cigarette, then he
He's
dicked
kind
one
of the
time.
Andy Dick
That's
of
crazy.
Taylor
Yeah.
Warren.
They they're not that
You don't know
different.
him? Okay, it has to be somebody. Oh no.
Yeah.
Who's another douche like Jared Leto or something? You know what I mean?
He's douchey.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's doing adrenochrome because he's looked young his whole life.
That's the
He's
secret.
just now looking.
He's
his age.
eating little babies or something, right? He's like eating them raw,
Something,
like,
dude.
He's
right?
eating
Some kind of
rappers.
conspiracy.
On his
He's
island
eating-
in Cyprus, Greece, that he has his cult on. They're just roasting babies. Dude. It's true. This is a conspiracy. They say, "Oh, a conspiracy." I don't know. What I'm saying. I fuck around. Anyways, what about? Let's do one more annoying female celebrity.
Annoying female celebrity.
Yeah.
Schumer. What's her last?
Oh,
Amy
yeah.
Schumer.
Amy
Yeah.
Schumer.
Yeah, fuck that
Oh
lady.
yeah.
Amy Schumer, hardly no.
Huh. She's a cousin of Chuck Schumer, the senator from New York.
Shall I put him down?
What? Yeah, go ahead. He's
Chuck
a bad one.
Schumer.
Yeah, Chuck Schumer.
Yeah. All right, Janae, who's an obnoxious celebrity? I said that fucking.
Celebrity.
For some
Who's
reason,
an obnoxious
I
celebrity?
just keep thinking of Kanye West.
We'll put K up in there. Put
Yeah.
yay.
But yeah.
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 Yeah. What's an obnoxious female celebrity? What about like the Cash Me Outside girl?
Oh, how about?
Bad Barbie.
Oh, Bad Baby.
Is it Baby Bobby?
Bad
It's-
baby.
It has an H in it. It throws
There's an
me off,
H,
that
yeah. It's a
I would
silent
say
H.
also Tokyo Toni, the mom of Black China, which is Rob Kardashian's.
Wait,
baby
hold
mama.
up. Tokyo. Wait, there's a guy. I don't know. There's a guy named Tokyo Tony. And he's the
No,
father of Black China.
No, mother.
It's the mom.
The mom.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mother of Black
She's
China. And
she just like says like all celebrities, like all of us like regular schmegler people, we are worshiping Satan.
and she was a Kardashian's
Oh.
baby daddy, or
I remember
that
talking
Yeah.
Rob Kardashian
What's her
baby
name?
daddy.
Tokyo Toni.
Tokyo.
Wait,
Tony.
who's that?
Yeah.
So like this chick.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember she was calling out Hollywood and shit. so-
Interesting. Who's another fucking bitch, Janae? Just anybody, not a woman, just anybody, just a fucking bad person that you know, or a funny person. Actually, who's a fucking great fucking celebrity? What's your favorite celebrity? Favorite actor?
Ooh.
A favorite actor?
Yeah.
I kind of don't have a favorite right now.
What's a cool one? Jack Black or something?
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, hey. I heard Jack Black is actually going to be in that new Minecraft movie. That's why he's been
There's a
practicing
Minecraft
playing
movie?
Minecraft. Yeah,
He's gonna be
Jack Black
he's
has
gonna be a
played
creeper or
Minecraft with
something?
PewDiePie.
That's gonna be crazy.
Oh, PewDiePie will run PewDiePie down? That's fucking...
He's a dad now, by the way. PewDiePie.
No. Daddy Pie. Wait, that's not good.
That's not good.
He
No,
isn't
wait, no.
he's not a Nazi. He just
Nazi.
Yeah.
he's not a Nazi.
He can't
just
help it, he just looks that
understands. Yeah.
He's sorry he's a perfect Aryan. Like,
That he's a
Hitler's
result
fucking-
of eugenics.
like,
Yeah, that he's a eugenics baby.
Hitler would cry if he saw PewDiePie. Like, that's the fucking perfect. He's the one.
If you saw a Twitch stream,
Only he needs to
donated.
have babies.
Him and only
We'll give
him.
him fucking, what was it, Prevatin or whatever? Pervitin,
Yeah.
and he can game. And he will win for Germany.
And stream.
Yeah.
Oh,
Streaming and streaming.
Und streaming.
No, he just likes to.
We're going off the wall here. Hold up.
Unsubscribing.
No, fuck it.
You know what's funny? You know, like smoking ads, like, and all in our time, like, they're always anti-smoking ads. There's not
Yeah.
really pro-smoking ads unless you just like,
Right, it's illegal.
you can't do that really.
It's illegal.
But all of the smoking ads really haven't changed much except for like the last 5 seconds of it. If it's a 30-second ad, 25 seconds, it'll be showing like 3 guys on motorcycles smoking cigarettes and then having a fucking great fucking time.
Hell
And
yeah.
it'll show them going and see like hot ladies at a bar and they're all fucking smoking cigarettes, looking fucking cool. And you're like, dude, I want to fucking smoke a fucking cigarette. Dude. And then you see a camel talking to you. He's like, oh, smoke cigarette, moo. I don't know if fucking camels say. And they're like, you're just watching like a fucking wicked commercial. And then there's this like cool like jazz musician. He's like, yeah, man, fucking cigarettes are cool. Sit in the last 5 seconds. Beep, 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 beep. It's him in a wheelchair, and he's like, I got lung cancer because I thought
This is what happens.
I was like, whoa, if they just cut out the last 5 seconds, it's still a cigarette
It's
commercial.
still, yeah, dude.
If you
It's
can ignore
promotion.
that, yeah, it's still, it's like, I think subliminally,
Oh.
they're trying to like still just have tobacco ads out
So
there
you can
and
smoke, but this gonna happen.
just put the
No,
last 5
okay.
seconds out
Okay,
there.
do you
yeah.
know why that is?
The
It's because-
anti-vaping ones, it shows a bunch of kids at, like a rave, they're like, boop, chee, boop, chee, and they're like hitting like blueberry like shit and stuff in the last 5 seconds. It just has like a fucking graphic of lungs turning into like popcorn. It's like, this could be you.
Well, right, they have to appeal to the same demographic.
Like the first 20 seconds, I'd rather that be me.
They
It's
probably
like,
it's probably the same people marketing the commercials. It's probably
Yeah,
the same
it
fucking dudes
is.
that wrote the
It-
commercials that you made cigarettes with. It's probably the
the
same guys.
tobacco.
They just flipped.
No,
They
it's
probably
the tobacco
just-
company.
went to the
It's
other
probably the same
side.
dudes. It's probably the same.
Yeah,
fucking
They wanted
dudes.
that
big
same
tobacco,
energy,
man.
yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's not
Tobacco
that many
would fund it
writers,
because
and
we've
it's
always
like-
had tobacco growth here. Like, yeah, dude, like that's always been a thing. Like, yeah,
Because if you think about it, you have to market it to the same audience, which is people that smoke.
Yeah.
Like off the bat, you have to do the same thing. If you make more money because it's a government sanctioned thing, and you don't get the stigma of having to work for a tobacco company, so
You're
why
fighting
wouldn't you
tobacco,
take your?
but still
And it
making-
makes it so much sense if you're like, hey, I'm part of the anti-tobacco campaign. I used to work for them guys. Fuck them. If you're the double agent on the side, that's what it fucking is, dude.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. The cigarette companies, and they fund fucking, they fund.
It goes right back into it. And if you think
fun
about
commercials.
it, the cigarette companies, if they exist, why would they want to kill their customer?
Exactly.
Why would
But
they
wanna
want
make
to
it
kill their
seem-
customer?
That's why you gotta get new customers.
Right, but
Yeah.
they're not trying to do that. They're not
So you
allowed
sell
to do that.
vapes, you sell blueberry vapes and tell them
Right.
blacklight it, and it gets you kind of high.
Well, you don't say that. They find
5%
out.
Nick, dude.
You don't say
I
that.
feel like they send CIA 14-year-olds, they're grown men, and they send them into fucking like, it's like 21 Jump Street. Like, we're going to the 3rd grade to try to get everyone hooked on fucking vapes. And it's a bunch of like fucking
works.
tobacco operatives.
It fucking
in the
works,
government.
yeah, dude.
Cam, yes.
I got a question. Does cigarettes give y'all like a buzz, like a vape does, though?
I don't know anymore. It's
Exactly,
a habit.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a
just
real
more
strong
fun to
cigarette,
feel,
yes.
If I haven't
I-
smoked in a little while and then I smoke again, then yeah.
What is it called when you,
But
have,
when
you have
I
like
was,
an oral fixation?
An oral fixation?
Is that what it's
Yeah, that's
called?
what it's fucking called.
When
Yeah,
you want
that's
something
what-
in your mouth?
Yeah, when you want, yeah, you're gay. But no, when I was younger, I would experiment with tobacco like super heavy. Like before vapes were even a thing, we would put tobacco in fucking bongs and rip them. We would smoke hookahs.
Oh, yeah, that's
we
so
smoked all,
fucking
that
gnarly,
always
dude.
existed. That always existed before
Oh,
vapes. So you're not
yeah,
gonna like people
fucking
aren't going to experience
hookahs.
nicotine. It's just that this is maybe possibly safer.
And
way. I
hookahs
don't
get
know.
you fucked up too.
They definitely
Yes,
do.
they
You
do.
sit
Yeah.
there
Yes,
and
they
roll
do.
on a hookah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Where's your hookah lounge or two in Tahlequah?
Yeah.
Wait, hookah, I hardly
Hookah, I hardly know her. Yeah. Hookah,
Hey, it's
I
a
thought
smart
she
thing.
was
Yeah.
doing this for free.
But
There's gotta be like, do you think there's a hookah bar
brother,
somewhere?
nothing is free.
Do you think there's a hookah bar somewhere that does like prostitutes?
a hookah,
A hooker, hookah, fucking.
bar.
Only you would know that, brother.
It's just
I actually own one.
you're just gonna end up, dude. Then you gotta wear like a white wife beater and a chain, and you'll be the most fucking Turkish.
Adidas
dude.
pants.
Fucking, yes.
Yeah.
Dude.
Hell yeah.
Just fucking with the fucking
Just flexing,
lock
dog.
just in your waistband, your stretchy waistband. No fucking holster.
No holster.
Just as God intended.
Okay, so I got some questions for Caleb. Okay, this is hard. How big of a deal are STDs to you?
Man, I mean, I just think if you play it safe, you should be all right.
Right. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one. You ever had any like close calls?
Yeah, I have.
That's fucking.
Well,
That's
that's
a lot
life,
story. That's as part of the game, right?
I
That's
mean,
part of the
sometimes
game.
you catch
the game
bugs.
plays you, bro. So I mean, yeah.
Shrimps is bugs.
Shrimps is bugs.
This is
Sea bugs.
What's the most disappointing phone call you've ever had to make?
Oh.
Definitely a jail call.
It was one of those. Which one was it? Which one was it?
The first time,
Yeah.
I mean, it was disappointment, but like,
It is what it
I mean,
is.
what did it mean, man?
Was it your
Uh,
first?
say
It was
la
the
vie.
first call
Say la
out of
vie.
there. It was your first call there.
when I get in.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
basically like, so won't be in jail for a minute.
That
That'd be great.
would be cool. That would
Yeah.
be so super cool.
These guys are not nice.
This
I don't
is
like
not
this
going
hotel.
great.
This is not 5-star accommodations.
Yeah, I think
There
there's
may be
some
2
crawling on
stars.
my mat right now.
There's something probably crawling in
Do
there.
you think there's an overlap with some jail cells and some like motels? Do you think there's an overlap in quality with like the highest quality, nicest jail cell facilities in the
Have you
U.S.?
seen Telqual hotels around here? Motels?
I don't know if Cherokee.
Yes,
I don't even know if
I believe
they count anymore when people start living there. Like that's like
Transient
and
living
now it's almost an
facilities
apartment
and
complex
vouchers.
called an inn.
They give them
Yeah.
vouchers and shit. Like they cycle out on vouchers. It's like a whole paid for. It's literally like almost low income housing, and it's expensive to live there. When I lived there when I was 18 at the Cherokee Inn, this is not a joke. This is before the inflation, before whatever the fuck. It was $1,000 a month. It was $1,000 a month to live at the Cherokee
That's
Inn.
very expensive.
Back then, that was crazy expensive. That was
You can pay it
ridiculous.
weekly, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
$250 a week. So do that 4 weeks. That's $1,000. It's $1,000 a month. That's a lot. That's stupid. I'm an idiot. I'm a fucking idiot. And now it's probably like what, like $5 grand.
Why don't
Probably
we buy?
something
We should
fucking-
buy Cherokee Inn.
Well, so you don't make money the first year you're there, but then when you do, if you think about it, you're just charging $250 a week for water, for cable, and for fucking like an ashtray, and like just someone to come and kick you out. And it's like they're like, so you have to struggle for 8 years to survive, and then it's all profit out. It's just straight. You're just fucking people are throwing you money to kick them out, and fucking it's the shit. There's a reason why they do that. There's a reason why they come here, Mason. To do that. It's not just because they like to party. It's because it's a good business model and they can invest into it with a little bit of overhead, work really hard for years on end, and then they get rich as fuck.
You're talking about the Irish?
Talking about the Patels.
Oh,
Most of the hotels
Hotels
in
or hotels?
Patels, most of the hotels in the U.S. and motels are owned by people with the last name Patel. It's like
is
overwhelmingly.
that statistically true?
Yes, that is true. You look it up.
You think
It's
we're
like
low-key
one really
invaded?
big family in northern India that. Wait, what?
Dude, subliminally, dude.
Do y'all think we're invaded low key?
I don't know. They invaded that part.
It's not the CIA like funding vapes
Talking
in
about
the
like foreign
schools.
countries like coming here.
Yeah, dude. Indian government is sending undercover Indian operatives to get the kids hooked on nicotine vapes.
Well, there's might be saying Chinese people to grow weed farms, right?
it's like
It's a part of Big Tobacco.
21 Jump Street. We are going to hang out with Ice Cube and go get the kids hooked on the elf bars.
It's part of Big Motel.
Okay, it's part of my-
Big Motel.
Big Motel,
Big
dude.
Motel Patel.
Like,
Big Motel, dude. They
We
don't
will
want you to
operate
know.
out of my cousin's hotel. Ice Cube will meet us in apartment 8.
It
Big
makes
Motel
sense.
doesn't
though.
want you to know this.
Like if you were like, yo, you can live in India where there's no fucking.
Y'all motherfuckers look 30. How the fuck y'all gonna be in 3rd grade?
have y'all seen Slumdog Millionaire?
Yeah, Slumdog
Hell yeah.
Have you
Millionaire.
seen him growing up? He actually turned out alright.
Yeah, dude, he's a fucking.
Turned out right. Like he's like ugly or anything.
Decent
He's like,
looking,
yeah,
like,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
You know, he's a little fugly.
He was a Slumdog Millionaire.
He was a slum.
Was he an
They're
actor?
like, you look like you'd play the role well. He was a Slumdog.
Was he an
Yeah.
actor or was he like an actual Slumdog Millionaire? Like was he an actual kid they found on? I don't know.
Do you know a lot
They
about
find him
foreign
on the
actors?
street.
I
A
feel
little
like, I know, there might be a couple random ones you might know about. I don't know.
Gerard Depardieu.
Gerard.
You know,
But who's
Already
that,
had a fucking-
famous
oh, yeah.
French martial arts guy who kind of phased out Steven Seagal?
Jean-Claude Van
Jean-Claude
Damme.
Van Damme.
And I don't think he was
Van
French. I think
I think
he was
it was
Belgian.
French Canadian
He's
or
Belgian.
Belgian?
I think he's Belgian.
We don't
Belgian.
know. We're like,
He's
we
Belgian.
just hear like a weird accented ripped dude like when like German or something.
Did you know, I found this out today, that the Austrian accent is considered so redneck by Germans
Mhm.
that whenever Arnold Schwarzenegger did his movies in Europe, they wouldn't let him do his own voice, even though he spoke German, because his accent is so redneck to them. They're like, no, we can't have that. And he sounds like there's like that's an old rural dialect. Yeah, and they didn't let him voice himself.
They're like, oh fuck.
That's why he came here. That's part of why he, without the bodybuilding, but that's why he came here as an actor.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. My accent will do better in California.
And then he became governor.
Dude, that's a real Slumdog Millionaire.
That's a Slumdog Millionaire.
Slumdog Millionaire type shit, man. Like, it's inspiring.
That's a fucking Vienna millionaire.
Oh, okay, hold on. I'm gonna put that on the list too. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Slumdog. Did you say with a soft A? Did you say with a soft A?
That's the cooler way, right? In California, I took the R off of my name. Do you know where his last name comes from?
What?
There's a place in Austria called Schwarzen, and someone who is from Schwarzen is called a Schwarzenegger. Yeah. That's the order. Because I wanted to know why the fuck your name is that.
So is he a real Schwarzenegger, or is he from a different hood?
I think he's from 4th Street.
Have you seen his son that he didn't have any contact with that grew up to be like twice his size? No, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh.
Mom.
Yeah, and he looks just like him. And he's like a giant, jacked out kid. He never met his dad, but he knew. He's like, I think that was Arnold Schwarzenegger's fucking kid. I think that's fucking.
It's like the Hispanic cleaning lady.
Yeah. And he's just this giant, jacked out fucking dude.
He also is like, I am Ernesto Schwarzenegger. He also doesn't have like a. Anyone with that last name will never have an American accent. Just ever.
You're
not allowed to have a normal American.
Do you think he was a good governor?
And then that guy's gonna knock up like an Italian lady, and then there's gonna be like, I don't want to say that. I don't want to keep saying that name in other accents. It's gonna sound bad.
And then you end up like Africans and Jamaicans and Anushan.
It'll make its rounds. It'll make its rounds. Yeah. I'm sure there's probably already like
Lebanese.
Would you be able to tell
Armenians.
a Haitian Schwarzenegger from a regular Haitian? Oh, they probably.
I bet Strachey is fun. I bet he's
all just fucking ripped.
Actually,
that's what gives him away.
Who do you think Barbecue's dad was?
Dude, he's the biggest Haitian I've ever seen.
Probably from his diet of eating people.
That might also.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, this is a weird one, but this one time I was on Reddit. I mentioned this years ago.
Like we haven't already been. This is like the weirdest.
But I was on Reddit one time. I was reading about this guy, and he's like, "You don't need fucking a gym membership. You don't need fucking supplements. You don't need steaks. Here's what you need: go to a zoo supply store, order bulk gorilla chow, get a bunch of medicine balls on weights, and then get a pull-up bar, and then just do gorilla-based weights, and then eat nothing but gorilla chow every day for 3 meals, and eventually you'll become." And he had pictures of where he had this like strong fucking chest and like arms. And a weak back and like a weak lower fucking body. He was like really weird.
He said that's what gorillas eat.
Well, he's like physically, scientifically, it's all you need to be besides a gorilla, right? It's just this. So if you just eat that much gorilla chow and then do what a gorilla does, you'll become a fucking.
You bring your lunch to work. There's a bunch of like little hay pellets.
You pour fucking milk in it and microwave it. It's like cereal.
Oh god.
Good luck explaining that.
It's probably pretty cheap too.
I think I would love if I like worked with you and you brought that in and I was like, "What are you eating?"
Gorilla chow.
You explain that all to me. I feel like you could get your dumber coworkers to fucking buy that. I feel like if you went back to Arkansas and made electric or whatever.
Those guys aren't that dumb. They think I'm dumb.
Oh, you're right. There was one from Mississippi, right?
Right. So there was a day. There's this kid named Ethan. He's one of the funniest fucking people ever. I got to talk about him for a while. But he's from Mississippi. He's real dumb. He's real slow, right? And then I work there too, and they don't like me. I'm not slow. It's just that they're just assholes. I'm in Arkansas, and most of them from Arkansas and Missouri. And we're talking one day, and they're like, "Yeah, Oklahoma's the 49th worst education in the entire U.S. You guys are like 12 ahead of us." Like, really? What the fuck? And then I was like, "Who's the worst?" Like Mississippi. Like, oh yeah, that checks out. Yeah. The one guy they fired before me, like the one guy that they would.
They all have that story.
Yeah. This kid was younger than me, and he went to work, and he swears to God this is what happened. There was a knee level wire, like a wire the size of your knee, and it's between studs. He said he stepped over it, and I pulled my back. He talked like this. He was a Confederate Civil War reenactor too. That was like one of his things. This dude was a fucking douche. This dude was kind of I know, but he's like, I just pulled my back out stepping over this knee level wire, and now I have to go to a fucking chiropractor and get on all these pills and do all that. Like he's 20, and we're working with like 60 or no, he's lying. He's just like
but did he win? Did he get the money?
No, he's still working there to this day, probably. Oh. And so what he did is that he stopped giving a fuck. He started just not showing.
It's sad when your work calls your bluff, and you still have to just keep going to work.
But okay, he got to the point where he stopped working. He shows up, he sits on a bucket, and he plays D&D on his phone and plays Pokemon Go and bullshits around about video games with his homies. Like, he don't even work, and then when he does work, he like calls in because he stays with his parents. Or like he's like 22 now, probably. He stays with his parents, and every day he just show up not to work, but just to kick it with the boys. And then we'd be like trying to like early in the morning get these big spools of wire that we'd all have to carry. It was the worst thing ever. Show up 7:00 in the morning, carry a 200-pound spool of wire up 5 flights of stairs with no lights because the electricians didn't fucking wire them, and we're the electricians and we suck at our own fucking like that's part of it. Up these rickety fucking stairs, so we all have to do this every morning. And Ethan would just go. He gets up to the top of the stairs like. I think I'm just gonna sit down. I'm thinking I just don't let my back this morning. Every morning, we want to kill you, dude. I want to fucking kill. Like, he's getting paid the same. Actually, he's getting paid more than me. Actually, he's getting paid like $1 more than me because he's been there longer and he's good at the tests and shit. And nah, he was just a funny fucking dude. I have a bunch of shit about him.
The best guy who worked there was Tobias.
Tobias is a legend there. Tobias is a living fucking they will never forget him. Those people in Missouri.
Cam, have you ever met Tobias Barnwell?
Yeah, you have. You just don't remember. He was at the bar. Yeah.
He's like a majestic
dog guy.
Majestic warrior.
Yeah, well, subjective.
He's the dog guy of Delaware County. He's the guy that if your dog is sick.
Have you seen me hang out with this guy?
We might have been out at the bar.
We were at the bar, and I was explaining who he was, and he showed up, and I was like, no, it's this guy. And then, yeah.
I remember that, but I don't remember a face. I just gotta see one.
Big old Indian dude.
So I imagine just a majestic warrior, but he'll kill your dog for like $40.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
Yeah,
That's all I need.
There you go. Wait, was that serious or was that a joke? Because that would have been funny either way.
Yeah.
You actually remember?
Yeah.
Okay. If you just went, oh, Tobias.
Big old dude, yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah, Tobias.
Well, he was at these job sites, and he
just talk about the day he walked.
Okay, all right. So that's a funny one.
That is
that's
the funniest fucking.
All right,
and what he wore sometimes.
Okay, but I will do that.
And what he ate for lunch.
Okay, I'll do that. But then at the end of it, if we're doing the walk story, I want to ask Cam that question.
That'll be the lead up.
Okay,
yeah, that will be the lead up.
So
talk about do the whole Tobias working in Arkansas. It's so good.
All right, so I was an electrician for a little bit, and Tobias's dad he was in. Okay, this is really fucked up. This is leading up to. I was working as an electrician. Okay, so Tobias's dad lived with us because he was living at Georgetown, where I was at, and then they changed owners, and he sent the wrong people the money, and they're like, "No, we're evicting you." And then instead of like correcting them, he's like, "Fuck them then." And then he just made me move all of his shit in with Tobias and me, and Tobias's kids are there sometimes, and his dying old dad who's addicted to meth, and his
rent was paid though.
Yeah, and he just bailed because he's just fuck it. He was like fuck. He had warrants, and he was like whatever. He's this old Tim Barnwell. And so over this period of time, I got this job as an electrician on the border of Arkansas and Missouri. I was working in Bentonville, and fucking Tobias's dad started getting real. Oh, no, I went to jail, and then when I got Tobias's dad started, we would hear him every morning. He'd go, I'm hurting. And so what it was is he was kind of an asshole. Like, he would do this, but then also, like, Tobias would be like, hey, you're living here. Can you wake my kids up for the bus so I can go to work, please? And then every single time he did that, he's like, couldn't do it. Couldn't get them on. Couldn't wake them up. Couldn't do it. And then be like, hey, Dad, could I fucking get some money for rent since you're just laying here? And he took the kid's bedroom over and he just chain smoked in it. And he had 3 TVs going. And one TV had Wii Sports Golf. One TV had Married with Children. And then one TV had, like, porn. Like, and then he would have all 3 going at the same time. And the kids are supposed to be in that bedroom. He's like, get the fuck out of here. This is my room. He would do that. He'd hit him. I'll give you something to cry about. And Tobias was like, hey, Dad, can you please pay some rent out of your stability check? He's like, yeah, but I have to get my fucking meth first. I have to get my, like, and he's like, so Tobias would steal his disability card to get the rent paid. So we were gonna kick him out. We were getting mad. Like, we were like, fuck your dad. This is a piece of shit. But then he starts going, I'm hurting so bad. And then we're like, get the fuck out of bed, old man. What the fuck is wrong with you, piece of shit? Right? He's like, I'm hurting. He gets on his bike and he goes and he bicycles over to Sam Hyder Clinic in Jay at the Indian Clinic. He goes up to Sam Hyder Clinic in Jay. He goes, I'm hurting. Somebody help. And they're like, what's wrong? And it's like, I'm just in pain everywhere right now and I can't sleep and I'm hurting so bad. And they're like, well, how'd you get here? It's like, I bicycled over here. And they're like, okay, bicycled over here. What do you want? It's like, pills. I want pills. Help me. And they're like, okay, wants pills, bicycled over here. Yeah, here's your ibuprofen. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking junkie. Get the fuck out. He goes, and they take him to a real hospital in Tulsa. They're like, oh yeah, you had a stroke and a heart attack in bed, and then you didn't diagnose it, and then a day went by. And you were in the, we were yelling. Yeah. And so this is a great way to go. So they're at the hospital in St. Francis, and I was in jail when he went to the hospital, and then when I got out, he was around for a little bit, and he went back, and he's there, and I remember we're sitting there, there's the day before, they're like, there's an active shooter in the fucking hospital, right? There was a shooting at St. Francis then, and they locked Tobias in there with him, and he called me, he's like, yeah, I think he's gonna pull out of it, they're saying all this great stuff, like, it's okay. Yeah, he's like, but they just, fucking take it. And I was roasting Tobias, because all he had was a Saturday Special 380 that wasn't even on him. I was like, dude, this is actually, there's literally a guy with an AR in there trying to, and you know what the guy with the AR was trying to do? He said that he went to St. Francis, and he seeked medical treatment, and they didn't give him the pills he wanted, and it was revenge for them not prescribing him the right medication because he had chronic pain, is what he said. That's what the guy that shot up the hospital was over. So he survives that. And then I can't remember what the fuck. There was some in the middle there. And then Tobias calls me and he's like, hey, so my dad didn't make it. He passed. That's whatever. We're in the trauma room, wherever the blankets. Like, he didn't make it through the night. But his disability just hit. And I have his card until they lock it down. And what I need to do is take all this money and cash app it to you, and then we're going. Wait,
let's backtrack. Let's slow it down a little bit.
Yeah.
I heard you was in jail. Was you in jail at the time?
So this was around the time I was in jail, yeah. This is around the time we were in jail, yeah.
Get the fuck out. Like, yo.
It was after. He didn't die until after I got out.
Okay, I got
you.
Yeah, he wasn't in jail, though, right?
Tobias' dad?
Yeah. Oh, no, wait.
Tobias' dad was in jail a lot throughout his life,
true,
but he died at St. Francis.
And so the check hit at midnight, right when Dad strikes.
Right, yeah, Dad died at like 10:30, and then check at midnight, and then he has.
And then he's like, I need to fucking draw this out.
Get all this out and put it in someone else's account. Yeah.
Nice.
This is Dad's last gift.
And it was some handguns. I can just say that. It was guns. We just bought guns with it, yeah. But that's literally what we did. But so then that happened. So then he's really bummed out.
Get to where he's
I know. This is the build up.
So times like
And I know, but this is the build. This is why I had to get in the job. So then he's depressed, and he can't. He has a job where he was at Pizza Hut the whole time, and he was working, making 8 an hour plus a free large if you sneak it out for 3 hours a week, like 3 to fucking 8 hours a week, like making no money. And his dad dies. Like, yeah, I'm not going back to Pizza Hut. I guess. Like, he did,
doesn't
like,
he not believe in butter?
Yeah, he said he only believes in vegetable oil. He says that that's the white man's bullshit is butter. It's like,
right,
he's like, no.
Margarine, yeah.
But he's bummed out and he gave him a job. I'm working in Arkansas. I'm like, no, man, this place will hire anybody. They'll hire anyone you want. And they'll let you be an electrician. They'll let you go to school. It'll be this whole thing. We can go to the same job site. I'll cut down my gas and we can figure it out. You need to just get to work, man. That's what your dad didn't do. That's what you need to fucking do is get to work. He's like, right. So then we go, and they put us on 2 separate job sites completely in 2 different states, like hours and hours away. So then what it was is that, like, okay, we'll get you there if you get into a company van at a certain time. But then me and him, we would ride together from Jay to Anderson, Missouri, get in a van, and still get to at the same time as if we left from there, and we were late all the time. Like, we would run out of gas, we'd have tires blow out, I'd fucking put a cigarette out on myself, I'd fucking spill, the car would just, our cars weren't things that you should drive. Like, we get pulled over once a week. Like, it was like, and so these people hated us because we were late like, they were like mad. I had this boss that was my arch fucking nemesis, right? And his name was Doug Roberts, and so what was his,
fuck you, Doug Roberts.
Dude, fuck Doug, I said that he should kill himself.
Fuck you, Doug Roberts.
He'd fuck you, Doug Roberts, dude. No, so he, like, his kids hated him, his ex-wife from 10 years ago hated him, the whole job site hated him. It was like, his whole life is just like,
everyone hates him.
What was is he walks in a room and you can just, like, the energy is just like, you look at me, just see a shell of a person.
We name drop a lot on this fucking show.
Oh, yeah.
But,
in case it's not apparent, yeah.
He was my arch nemesis, I hated him, he was just a fucking asshole.
What did Tobias eat for lunch?
Okay, so I'm getting to all that. So Tobias goes to a different job site where it's kind of like cooler, right? He goes to one in Joplin, and they're just like a bunch of nerds. It's like a whole bunch of autistic nerds, right? Uh-huh. And then there's like a hierarchy, and there's a couple rednecks, and then some actual like meth tweaker zombie people that shouldn't even fuck. And then some Asians. There's some Asians there too. There were some Hmong immigrants that he worked with, and they all had kind of money to spend on lunch. You had a certain amount of time like they could do it. He was so broke that sometimes he would go up into this empty construction site, and he would eat cold beef stew. Like cold commodity beef stew out the fucking can.
Yeah, if that was a hobo, I mean, I find him fucking.
Yeah, you fucking eat.
Wasn't necessarily hobo status. Yeah.
But that's not important.
He's practicing.
Ready.
Yeah, he's owning his methods and survival skills.
So there's one day we're like, fuck it, we're gonna go to his job site in Joplin. I'm gonna see my dad and his whole thing, whatever the fuck. And we did that, and we went, okay, then let me be there for a day. And then we're like, okay, we're gonna go to yours. So we went to mine. And then we get there, and they're like, hey, who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck? Like, they're like, because they just didn't expect him to be here. Like, this is my roommate. We were supposed to be on the same time. I'm tired of fucking making the van late. What the fuck are you do? Because they can't fire you. That was something I knew that they couldn't do. For they had this weird policy where, for whatever reason, at this company, they didn't fire anyone. There was literally a guy that he was in the foreman's truck, and he was smoking meth on the road while he was driving the foreman's truck. He drops it in the vent. He pulls over on the side of the road. He took the entire inside of the truck apart looking for the meth pipe. Okay? He left it there. He came back. He quit 2 days later, and then they kept the truck like that. They never put it back together. The people that own the company never put the inside of the truck. It's like, why is it like that? It's like, because fucking this guy...
Find a meth pipe?
No one ever found the meth pipe. It's in the car. It's in the truck somewhere still. Because I was sitting there with my friend that wasn't...
That's like when you lose your dab pin in between your seat and
right.
the fucking center console.
Like, that's like... But they didn't fire that guy. There was foremen that got caught in company vehicles with meth on them that didn't get fired. They still had a job and they got out. It was like, what? Like, so those are the rules.
Right,
but so...
Drop my crack pipe.
I know they're not going to fire me. I know they're going to do anything if I show up with somebody that wasn't invited, right? If someone's not on the fucking working list. So they're like, who the fuck is this guy? They look at us like, Cole, you and him, you go to 5th floor of this building that we haven't been working in for 2 weeks. It's probably empty. I'm like, that's fucking weird. Okay. And so then we go up there and we walk all the way to the 5th floors. Like, yeah, so this is kind of different. This is kind of like a different, like, this job site was horrible. This one, the one I was on in Bentonville, was a living nightmare. It was just people outside screaming and hating each other. It was racial. There's piss. We would play games where you find all the piss bottles from where their bosses wouldn't let you take a fucking bathroom break because you're in a 5th story building.
Piss bottles?
Yeah, piss bottle. It just full of piss, full of fucking drugs. It was like really bad. And it just wasn't like, we go up to the top of this fucking building we're working on, like, nobody's here. We wait a minute, and then we go down to the fucking stairwell, right? And we go down this dark lit stairwell, because the electricians didn't do their jobs, because we didn't fucking put lights up, because that's how it was. It's like we were really bad about that. We just can't self-defeating thing. And we go on the bottom of this stairwell, and fucking my boss is sitting there, he's like, okay, well, you guys need to be on time to do the fucking job. Whatever you do, blah, blah, I'm bitching you the fuck out. This is bullshit. You need to be the job site that you're supposed to be at. I am at the job supposed to be at. He's like, right, you need to be the one dropping. He's like, okay, well, I'm not the one dropping. He's like, well, how are you going to get there? He's like, I don't know. I don't think I am. I don't think I am. I don't think I'm going to be there. He's like, okay.
He just says no?
Yeah, he says no, whatever. And then he starts getting real mad at me. My nemesis, he's an old man. Okay, the one of the reasons I hate him is
Doug Roberts?
Yeah.
Doug Roberts.
He had a fucking Subaru. He had a Subaru. Hardly know her. Subaru with a fucking bust-out headlight. He drove to work, but then he put all of his money. He lived poor and he ate the same gas station we did, but he put all his money into a new Jeep Gladiator that he didn't even want to drive to work because it was too nice. Like, the ugliest fucking... Yeah, fuck this dude. Fuck this dude.
Everybody on meth here?
Like, a lot of the people who were on meth. He's probably done some meth. He's probably done... But I don't think he was. He said he was... I'm sober for this long, and my kids hate me, and blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah. But this dude wasn't. But no, what I'm saying is this... Fuck this guy. So he does that thing where when we're arguing,
we start go off on tangents sometimes. Yeah, we go off on tangents.
You want the story, so
okay.
This is the story. So he does that thing.
We just end up cursing Doug Roberts.
He does that. He does this thing where he starts putting like his finger on my fucking chest, like this. Oh, I'm gonna point to you, and I fucking smack his fucking finger. And then he started bumping to me, and then the bigger. No, he didn't start bumping to me. Yeah, he started bumping to me, and then the bigger guy, his brother, was in there. I thought he was supposed to fight Tobias. Tobias just stood there laughing. Like, he was like, he just slapped his finger. And then the bigger dude got up to him, he's like, no, get out, go, out, now. And then he took me aside and then yelled at me, and then he yelled at Tobias, and then he yelled at his brother. He yelled at his brother for trying to fight me for whatever fucking, like, whatever the fuck that was, right? And then we go to, like, all right, you need to be in Joplin. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to work, fuck this is stupid. Tobias is like, okay, well, I'm gonna give him my car keys. I'm like, you can just drive around Bentonville, just hang out, man, you're good. He's like, I guess I'll start heading home. I'm like, well, but...
How far away is home?
Oh, it's Jay. So Jay to Bentonville, which is an hour, which is 58 miles exactly. So it's 58 miles exactly. So he's like, I'm just gonna start heading home. I don't think he was mad. I don't know what it was because we had class later that day too. We had class that day, so I had to get off work at 5 or 4:30, go to Rogers, be there, and then get home to Jay at like fucking 10 o'clock at night. It was the stupidest thing. I don't know why I did that. It was stupid. I don't know why I did that. But he's like, no, fuck that. I'll be home before you will by walking. And I didn't know that's what he meant. So I go to work. And I work through the morning. I get to my lunch break. I'm waiting to see him. And I'm like, Tobias, where are you at? He's like, somewhere on the highway. Like, I hear, like, cars passing. Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm, like, way outside of Arkansas. Like, I'm way outside of Bentonville. And, like, you started walking back. I was like, yeah, I started walking back. I'm like, you're walking back to Jay from Bentonville. Like, you're walking. He's like, yeah, I went for it. And so, and I'm like, holy shit. I go and look in the car. All of his work clothes were taken out. Like, he put on a different set of clothes, put on a backpack, put on some fucking, I think he had on sweatpant bottoms, put on some sneakers, didn't even have that much money, just started walking back to fucking Jay. And then I go back into work, and it's like, well, I'm your buddy that you guys get yelled at, and you try to fight your boss. Like, I don't know, he walked off. It's like, he walked off? I'm like, yeah, I gave him the keys in my car, and I said you could, like, hang out, and he walked off. I was like, where's he walking? Like, Jay, Oklahoma. They're like, no way, does he do this a lot? I'm like, no. I've never fucking, and then the guys, and then we get off work, I get to class, and then so when we get to class, the electricians that are on his job site that he usually works at that know him, they're like, bro, what the fuck is going on to Tobias right now? Is he walking across state lines? How fast do you think it'll take? Where's he at right now? And they start calculating the distance of how fucking fast he is. Like, we're in class, and everyone's like talking about Tobias fucking how far he to walk and what the fuck's going on. So in the process, like, is he good? Is he okay? Is he in good shape? I'm like, no, he has diabetes, and one leg is shorter than the other, and he's really overweight, and he's not doing it. He's a little dick. His life is hard, dude. His life is fucking hard. And he's walking. Bro. I'm like, is he doing okay? He said, no. He passed out twice. He had to bang on a random Mexican lady's door for water.
And
he fucking
got right?
Wait, what?
Didn't she get scared?
She got scared and like didn't want to fucking give it to him, and then turned to a thing. He was like, water, please help! I'm dying. I've been walking for 48 miles or whatever the fuck, right? And then we went, and then it's like, okay. He's like, well, do you think he's gonna be there when you get back? I'm like, I don't fucking know. And then I call him. Eventually, he got to Cherokee City, which is right past the border of Arkansas and Oklahoma. It's like right there, maybe like 25 miles from his house. So he walked like 35, 40 miles, some shit like that. And a lot of it was through the woods. And then he called. Taking shortcuts. Yeah, he looked at, and he got a friend to pick him up. And then
I'll just follow the star. It's the wrong star to follow.
And then I went home, and then he was just passed out, like completely unable to fucking wake him up. Like, yeah, he did beat me home. He told me he got a ride. He did beat me home, and then he just passed out, like laid out somewhere. I wake up. Yeah, he was like, he's out of it, and I was like, so does he gotta quit? I'm like, probably not. He's probably just taking the day off. He's probably gonna be, and then he fucking kept going, and then it was like, okay, well that's something that happens. You kicked off job sites and you walk back home 45 fucking miles. That's something that's part of it. So sometimes when it was real cold, if he didn't have thermals, he had Fortnite pajamas. He'd wear underneath his orange shirt and his fucking hoodie, and then the rednecks at work would stop working. Like, look at him. He's got on fucking Fortnite pajamas. And, like, they'd like drop what they were doing, and like it was a huge distraction, dude. They all got involved in this personal relationship drama. Like they were all like, so you're with a lady that has 5 kids, and you have 4 kids, but then okay, this is part of him. His wife left him for her own uncle. He has 4 kids with her.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Wow. He has 4 kids with her. Yeah, I know. This is a lot. This is a lot.
They got banned from their church, right?
They got the church in jail.
Oh,
this is wrong.
This
is wrong. You have to stop. And then they stopped them, and they have to go to a different church. And then the uncle got COVID, and he had a dying vision. Jesus told him to not fucking do that to his niece anymore. And then after he got COVID, he got pregnant again. Happened twice.
Oh,
holy shit!
But they're not. It's not a blood related uncle and niece. It's just fucked up.
So that makes it cool.
Yeah. No, it's not cool. They're not legally.
So it's fine.
So we're good? No.
So it's kind of hot.
So Jay is Alabama. Got it. Yeah.
No, they're not. Everyone talks about their.
All his friends are jealous. They're like, how'd you pull that off?
No, everyone fucking knows what's up there. But cool. So that leads me to a question, Cam. Leads to a question for you. Okay.
Oh yes, we like to play a little game here at Dogtown, man.
What was in the game? This is a fucking question.
This isn't a fucking game. This isn't a fucking game. We're
so
not playing
everyone's
around
had.
anymore.
I think that it's an important rite of passage living here that everyone's had those stories where it's like, bro, you didn't wake up thinking that you were gonna walk 30 miles with shoes and no socks and maybe like no shirt and no cell phone service. You didn't think it was gonna be this long fucking perpetuous journey.
Amir said nah. He said I'd never walk anywhere.
I've never walked. It was just gotta be a lie. But do you have any? What's the longest you ever walked? What's the longest you ever walked? What's the craziest like long walk? Yeah.
Okay, it'd be from Cherokee Nation all the way out to Boot Knot Hill.
Where's
Boot Knot
that?
Hill? That's out towards. Going towards Briggs, right?
Yeah.
Past towards Brushy.
Yeah.
That's way out there. Holy shit!
What the fuck?
Started the journey at 2 a.m. Got there about 5:30.
So what was the context? What happened?
Holy shit!
Well, so I was on a journey.
It's the
Young
worst
love.
story of his life. Where's his trauma?
No, it was scary. It was fucking scary. The shit was moving, man. I'm going down this dirt road, man, and on a journey. Young love. I'm chasing some,
Oh yeah.
And so, anyways,
You're
Been
hiking
there.
a booty
Been
knot
there,
hill
yeah.
for some booty.
Not.
this is not booty.
Some booty
Yeah.
yes hills where you're going.
Mhm.
All right, sorry.
And then like,
Sorry.
fuck, that's the longest I ever walked. The shit was like, I turned around, watched something go across the street. I'm like, no, fuck that. I didn't see nothing. I'm tripping.
Yeah.
You see
Turn
the
around and it
skills
comes
on
right
those?
back. Fucking skillies are out there.
Shapeshifter.
Fuck that,
I hardly
dude.
know.
LPs.
I would
LP,
just
yeah.
not, man. The LP.
And
yeah.
this is a long dirt road. Y'all probably know it. It's the one behind Easy Mart.
Yeah.
You go to the shit plant that
Yep.
and stuff. That one.
That is a hell of a hike.
That's
I
a
think that was the
fucking,
longest.
yeah.
Yeah, that was the longest.
Did you have to walk back?
Fuck, I don't remember, man.
Damn. How long do you think that took you?
About 2-3 hours, because like it was dark. I started at 2. I got there at 5, possibly 6 when the sun came up. So
Dude, I walked back to Proctor for my ex. I was like, get back with me.
I've never crossed like county line or
Yeah,
nothing.
dude.
Like that.
Proctor's right in the county line. So I just crossed the county line and started crying. I'm just playing.
I don't cry. So the question is, were you able to successfully fuck after walking that far?
I mean, yeah.
You did.
Yeah, it was a mission.
It
was a whole
Yeah.
mission.
It'd be fun if you showed up like, water.
After a bottle of water in the shower, you're ready to go.
I really have luck getting picked up, man. I've had cops take me home. I've had like the coolest story of getting taken home. Walking down Indian Road, like I'm drunk as fuck.
Towards Gore? Like, or
towards
in-
back town. So like I'm way down there at Paradise Cove.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
All right.
And like
What the fuck, yeah.
yeah, I'm drunk. I'm
You're
like,
out there.
Yeah.
He's actually fucking walking.
Walking distances.
He said
Oh,
Blue
yeah.
Rock Hill
Alright.
and Paradise Cove. That's on Tin Killer, right?
Yep.
Jesus
Christ.
That's the end of Indian Road.
That's
basically.
past Keys before Cookson? Or no, that's the other side of the lake, right?
That's crazy.
Goddamn.
By
It's
the
like
dam,
Cookson
kind of.
type, yeah,
Yep.
Cookson type distance away.
So from here to Cookson?
Essentially,
That's fucking crazy.
long
Dude.
as
That's
fuck.
like,
But the other
Gore's-
side of
Gore's,
the
like
lake.
right there.
Mhm.
that's fucking.
I grew up 5 minutes
That might
away
be
from
longer.
Cookson in Dry
Yeah,
Creek.
that might
Yeah,
be a long ass
dude.
walk.
It's a
That was-
fucking
you
yeah,
could do
You
it
dude.
the
got
whole
picked
day,
up
though?
though? You said that.
Yeah,
That's a long
like
walk.
some guy in a badass like Audi just picked me up. He's like, "Hey brother, you need a ride?" And I was like, looking at his car, and I was like,
Fuck yeah,
"Is
dude.
this
I'll
how this
take
happens?"
one.
You really
Yeah,
drink
I
that?
was in traffic. Yeah. And I was like, "Yeah." I get in there. First thing he does, he's like, "Yo, you smoke?" And I was like, "Oh, we're good."
All
We're
right,
good."
yeah, it'll be fine.
And then he drives you.
Yeah.
No, we're good.
Last thing you hear.
I'll take you home.
You wake up in Blue Knot Hill?
And I'm like, all right, cool.
Hell yeah, my
And
boy.
bro, we just drifted and hauled ass the whole way home smoking weed.
That's a
Like,
badass.
Yeah.
good
Dude,
story.
fuck yeah.
One time,
Probably the best fit
I
there,
picked
man.
up a hitchhiker one time. I used to drive. from
Hitchhiker, I hardly know.
Hitchhiker, hardly knew any of them.
Hardly. Hey.
No,
let's just sit on the same corner. But, we'll see.
We'll see. We'll
It's
see.
easy to get him confused. It's easy to get him confused.
this one is very unique. I was driving to Fort Smith, and I'm in between Stillwell and Salisal, up on fucking Brushy Hill type of area, just fucking way out up on a ridge, just in the middle of all. You know where that area is? You're just on top of mountains, looking at nothing, just hills.
Going towards Fort Smith.
Going
Yeah.
towards Fort Smith, south from Stillwell, going towards Salisal. And it's hot outside, and I see a punk rock teenage boy just fucking. He has a big army duffel bag. He looks like
Hell
18.
yeah.
He's a
And that's
blue
what made you pick him up?
mohawk, and I was like, because I just thought of like my fucking punk friends and shit. And
Yeah,
I
I got one
damn,
like this. I got one
I
like
was
this.
like, I would. Damn, this dude's out here walking. I'll take him to fucking grandma's. Where the fuck he's going to?
Hell yeah.
And so I pull up. I was like, fucking hop on in, brother. And he throws his duffel bag in the back. And he hops in, and he has headphones in, and I hear this, and it's just loud pulsating. I was like, "What's your name, brother?" And he's like, and he says, "I don't want to mock him, but he's deaf." And so he
Right.
started signing to me. He's a deaf kid, just hiking along the fucking highway, a deaf punk rock kid.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, and he has to listen to this weird, intense, like rhythmic noise all the time
Yeah.
to like help soothe his deafness or something. And I know how to sign my name
That's
in
wild,
sign
dude.
language.
Hell yeah.
That was fucking it. And so I gave him a ride all the way to fucking past Salisal somewhere.
How did he tell you?
I said, I was just like, keep going. And he could read lips a little bit too, I think. And so he was like, yeah. And then he was like, Salisal. And I was like, all right, I'll get you to Salisal. Yeah.
Where'd you drop him off at? Like,
Salisal. Just on a street corner. Which might have been worse, actually. You might have died.
You might be the trafficker.
I might have. I didn't know. Hey, trafficker.
No.
I hardly know her. No, I was at the store.
Oh my God.
I was working at the store, and I saw this kid come in. He had a full fucking battle jacket, and he had a 12-gauge shell necklace. He had an Exodus patch. He had, like, all that shit. And he was like, I was like, dude, that's cool as fuck. I thought that all the kids nowadays were shitheads. I didn't know there was any fucking, like... And I'm sure those guys are shitheads, too, but they look and dress like me, so I'm more accepting and more likely to fucking... But I talked to him, he's like, yeah, look at my guitar. He showed me a guitar, and the pedals were fucking made out of bullets. Like, how the fuck did you guys... Like, I have this thing called selective autism, where it's like I obsess really heavily on something with autism, like super hard. Like I do that. I do it with music or whatever.
Hyperfocus.
Yeah.
Hyperfixation.
Yeah. He's like, I do that. And a lot of people can't do like, what the fuck? And so he's like, kind of like...
But be quiet, the men are talking.
We are talking.
Head ass.
No,
even though that was a valid addition to the argument, to the conversation.
But still, yeah.
Amazing.
Sorry. No, it was just cool though. He's like, yeah, can I wait out here until my ride shows up? And I'm like, yeah, man, fucking that's fine. I have to do my chores and shit, but whatever. Like, I like felt happy. And then he stayed there all night, and then I caught him smoking snipes at the fucking ashtray or whatever. And I just gave him a fucking cigarette. I could tell he's so happy to fucking have it. He's like 17 or something. I felt weird because I was trying to bond with someone that's younger than me and shit, but it was just cool because he just like
you see a little bit of you in him.
Yeah, I do.
Just a little bit.
He said his dad was from Norway.
From Norway.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, he was like in a metal
That's a
band
long
there or
way.
something. Yeah, I know. But
Dude.
it was cool. He's like, yeah, I was told him we had podcasts and comedy. And I was like, yeah, I do open mic and all this shit. He's like, man, I want to go to Ned someday. And I realized, wait, you're 17, I'm 24.
And you're like, you
By
should
the
go to a
time-
bar one day.
But then,
kid.
like, when you can, I'll be 28. Holy shit, what the
Yeah.
fuck? You won't even, like, I'll be gone. I'll be famous, dude.
No, dude, we'll still be at Ned's.
We'll probably
Just
still be at
fucking-
Ned's.
just
We're probably
try
gonna
it.
be,
Yeah. Nah, dude, we'll be in Joe
It's
Rogan.
going to be at least 10 years.
We'll be richer than Joe Rogan.
We'll be on Joe Rogan in a year, dude.
He'll be on our podcast. Yeah. But Joe, you can come here.
We'll
We're
be
not paying
showing
for
him
anything.
shit about elk meat.
Janae, top 3 countries you would travel to.
Okay. Italy.
Italy's cool. Wait, what about Italy? Would be just like
I'm
the old
really
cities,
into,
the
like,
foods,
yes,
or okay.
food. And I love wine.
Oh yeah, food is such a.
I want to learn.
I really
how to
would
make
just eat
food,
everything. Yeah.
like actual, like from scratch and good ingredients.
Okay. Yeah.
You know?
Go to some little seaside village in Tuscany.
Ooh,
just find
and
some little grandma. Some
maybe like Thailand or something.
Thailand?
So,
Oh, that would
I
be
want to
cool.
learn how to like the rice crops and all that. Like I'm really interested in that.
That'd be badass. Go see how they
Yeah.
do the job. I want to go to fucking.
See where the Viet Cong hid?
I do. Okay, like I'm really into
They have
like
the biggest cave, like its own ecosystem and everything down there.
In Vietnam?
They have, dude.
Makes-
oh, the
I've read about
giant
it.
big cave forest with like
Yeah.
openings in it, and there's like
And
that
they'd
shit's
send in
badass.
little guys like my cousin Taylor Warren in there with a flashlight and a shotgun.
No, we're not
Fucking
talking about the
clear it.
rat. We're not talking about the rat tunnels. This is one of
No,
God's
it's not a rat
creations.
tunnel. It's a fucking natural
No, it's a
tunnel.
it's a
It's
giant
a natural cave,
like
dude. It's
cathedral
fucking
just in a mountain.
huge. And it's got its own ecosystem. It even has rain clouds.
But at the end, there's
They
rat
say.
tunnels, like where the Vietnamese hid.
Obviously, there has to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's part of the
Yeah.
general like.
Yo, fun fact, I've actually done tree work back here behind you. And
Really?
I blew the power here. Yeah, I didn't.
You blew the power here.
The boys are with
Shout
blue.
like region. Shout or no.
Shout out.
Shout
They came and I was
TWA.
like, damn. Flipped the switch, came back on. I was like, hell yeah.
Oh,
You hit the top line.
Yeah.
No, you're lucky. You're good. You're lucky.
I
You're.
did.
Yeah,
Jeff
man.
did. Sorry, Jeff. But
We
yeah.
do a lot of name dropping on this show.
We do a lot of name dropping.
Okay, so I do have a question about
It's a
that.
show about Cherokee County. So this
you
is,
worked-
yeah, dude, this is, yeah.
You work tree service.
This
I
is
worked tree service briefly. Would you want to talk about what's the sketchiest things you've had to do during tree service?
Climb right by a power line, not even 2 feet away.
Yeah, I can't.
And
That'd be
having
terrifying.
to hold back a fucking branch that's like pressured up. It's called a spring tree. And that's where it's like a spring about
Yeah,
to fucking
it's
snap.
ready to tension.
You
Yeah.
gotta hold that motherfucker back and saw it. And just like...
Was it climbing saw?
Fuck.
with a handsaw.
What
You don't,
the
you don't want to
fuck
get a fucking
shit?
chainsaw
Yeah.
and like fucking chop your shit. The way I was angled anyway.
Mhm.
So I'm sitting there like sharpening.
Sometimes it's
cuts
better
and-
to just use a hand tool and take it slow.
Yeah, you kind of feel like a man too. That's badass. It's like, I could almost die. Yeah, it's very cool.
But do you have a favorite tree or a least favorite tree? I bet you have a least favorite tree to cut.
I like climbing sycamores, but like when you do cut
Sycamores
that-
because the smooth bark and stuff.
Mhm. And like they're very
Sycamore, this dick in your mouth. Okay, I gotta do that. Sorry.
But those hackberry trees, I hate hackberries.
They're rough on your legs,
Yeah.
probably.
Oh, yeah.
The little bumps and shit.
I've actually been shocked.
You've been shocked?
Yeah,
Oh, what?
touched the line.
Oh,
Top line?
shit.
Yeah, shout out Rick Street Service. Thank you, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm cutting this branch right, and I'm climbing, just do my thing. I'm like, oh, that's gonna miss. We're good. I fucking cut it, smooth cut. It's falling. You fall it, and it barely fucking nicks that line and touches the tree. And I'm holding onto the tree on my rope, and it shocks me. I just fucking go into like shock. I don't know what it is. But
Yeah,
where it stands in.
Yeah.
Did you get stuck on it or no?
No, it was already falling down. Right?
Like
Yeah,
everything I
that's
had.
good.
If I didn't
That's
have
good.
my shit,
Was it just like one moment you're like there, and then the next you're like waking up, or like how?
No,
how
it
was
wasn't
the
that bad. I was
experience?
there,
Like,
but
Just a couple seconds of like.
you know when you hold
really
on to something electric, y'all done that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just-
yeah, of course, yeah.
All through my body, but 10 times stronger. Like, I felt my whole skeleton vibe.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
You felt it in your bones, bro.
Yeah, dude, my bones everywhere, dog. It was
Holy
there.
shit!
And then still climbed the tree, finished it, but the adrenaline after that was fucking pumped. So I was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
No, that's what
Me
I
and my friends
noticed
just
when
get
I
high
worked.
off a defibrillator.
So, no, like whenever I was at work, there's nothing that makes you go from a slow work day to a good work day than getting electrocuted at 8:30 in the morning. Like, if you get electrocuted, woo! I'm ready to do the rest of the time. I am going to pay attention to what the fuck I am doing. I'm
Bro,
really
you just fucking you just Nikki Six yourself, bro. You just fucking Nikki Six yourself.
An honorary of, what was his name? Steven. Just recently passed away.
Oh, fuck.
Touching the top wire.
Oh,
Very
man.
dangerous job. Shout out to tree workers.
Yeah, really.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't
That's some
Stevens.
hard
They're the
shit.
ones making sure you got power and shit. Really, yeah, getting shit
Tree
off the fucking
workers?
lines. Well, yeah.
Those are
Electricians
linemen.
don't
Those
do
are line-
anything. Yeah. No, I'm just playing.
Well, those are-
Just power. No, it's the guys who
Supervise.
cut bushes off of the. I'm not diminishing anything.
Right.
I just
We
diminish
shout out
I had
to
this-
linemen. We shout out to tree service.
Yes,
we,
yeah.
Shout out
for
for
sure.
Thank you for keeping
It's
the
super
power on.
dangerous.
Thanks for keeping the fucking
Yeah.
power on.
All of
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all that, you know.
But there was that joke about electricians fucking linemen's wives when they're out on the road.
Is there like,
That's
is there
a
like an
thing.
inside?
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
thing.
dude, like when the firefighters and the police fight, you know? What I mean, man? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But no,
getting
some of those guys are
big
cool.
fights.
Those guys could probably beat me up.
Salina?
A lot of them, yeah. A lot of them could probably beat me up. I don't know. I found out. Oh, fuck. I don't know. But probably the internet ones. I think those guys might be a little fucking.
The internet, what?
Like the ones that do like fiber optic and stuff, but they do line, like high line
That
stuff.
Oh,
shit's
yeah.
easy, man.
Yeah, I think I could probably beat up some of those guys.
I have a friend that recently got into that shit. Yeah, yeah.
You're fucking trying to get some ops with the fiber ops, right?
Yeah, man, yeah.
Fiber ops. Right? Dude.
Fiber ops, man.
Dang.
Damn.
What's a country you'd like to visit?
Russia.
Russia? Okay.
Hell yeah.
Just because it's
Pretty
different?
fucking-
Just
yeah,
want to see
dude.
what
Just
Russia's
because,
like?
I'm not against Russia. I think our government should, like, if we collide.
It's the governments. It's the governments,
And they got
right?
beautiful land, and they're fucking next door. So,
Uh-huh. Just check
crazy
that
how
shit
close they
out.
are.
I feel like everybody who feels whatever political, whatever national differences put aside, people are like 99% the same. At the end
Right.
Of the day.
Yeah.
You want to
At
go
the end of
hang
the day,
out,
yeah.
be with your family, laugh, and eat some good
I think
food.
Russia knows it's not us as the American people. I think they know the government is just fucked.
I'm sure because we know that too,
Mhm.
but I'm like, no, all the Russians are hating me. Every guy in a
They're trying
cabin
to
in
kill me.
Siberia,
Yeah.
they want to shoot me in Oklahoma.
But they look at our
Yeah, dude. They're specifically
They look at our
targeting me
culture
in
though.
Oklahoma.
Like they look at our culture and they look at all the trans things and the anime stuff and like the movies and like all that and like, yo, you guys are getting out of hand. This is like a far strong
But
society.
there is
they
like those
do.
movements happening though. Their social movements probably just 30 years behind. Is what's happening.
Theirs are,
Their social,
or they just have a
movements.
different culture completely.
Well, it is, yeah, but the progressive stuff does kind of hit in waves and hits places that are more progressive quicker and places that are less progressive. That information
I hear
is
techno's
filtered
big.
heavily.
Techno is big in Russia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just fucking trashy, like dude, cheap.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
some
Dude,
music.
it's
Some beats.
yeah, yeah, the jumpsuits. Yeah.
Yes, it's polyester. Just wearing ribbons and fucking.
Hell yeah, dude.
Some of
Now
those
they like to
guys-
dress like Indians and have powwows and shit.
I mean,
The
the
Russians?
Gypsies over there.
Huh? Gypsies?
Romas.
Like
Hell yeah.
Fleetwood
Hell
Mac
yeah.
and stuff?
Hell yeah,
Peaky
yeah.
Blinder gypsy type.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Those
Peaky
are
Blinders
travelers, right? Or those-
No, they were
Gypsy
actual
music.
gypsies. I was
And
curious
Peaky
and I
Blinders?
looked it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear
Well,
about the
is it
fallen
gypsy-
angel statue?
What is it?
The fallen angel statue? that
Yes,
found in
I
Russia?
have
And nobody's
actually.
ever talked about it. The two guys.
What's
found
the
it,
fallen
have never
angel?
been
What's
heard
the
from
fallen
since.
angel statue?
Are you serious?
So
What's
like
the-
they're doing excavation like into rocks and stuff, like mining and stuff.
There's a part of the sea or like maybe like a river or something that's kind of like drying out, right? And as it's drying out, like they're excavating into like the bottom of it, and they found this fallen angel statue. Man, it's
And it's ginormous and carved
yeah,
perfectly,
it's
like
big.
something out of Greece or something.
yeah, dude.
Where?
Like some kind of Greek sculpture.
Oh,
Yeah.
in Russia? Okay.
Well, what part of Russia? Like by Mediterranean almost, kind
The
of?
Black
Black
Sea.
I remember. I just remember. hearing
I don't
about it.
either,
Which
man.
province?
Which province?
Isn't the Volga? Is it past the Volga? Is it in
The Alberta
Siberia?
River Basin? Or
The Oklahoma province.
The one that's Oklahoma-ish.
It's Oklahoma-ish.
I bet we're all like Siberia, honestly.
We're all like
go through the
Siberia.
cold. That's the whole reason I want to go because they used to hunt bears there
Mhm.
by hand. That's fucking insane.
By hand?
Yeah,
Like a
they had like
spear.
suits and everything for it.
What do they do? They choked him. They put him in an armbar. They fucking
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Chug vodka down his throat.
put him in a leg lock. They fucking choke slammed him. They fucking did pile drivers.
They
fucking
get the
threw him
bears
off
drunk, and the
helmet.
bears start speaking Russian. Like, oh, sorry, bro, I got too drunk. And the bears are just Russians.
My dad said he wanted me to talk about this. He said there was this time, and Gary knows about it too if you ever ask him, that there was a guy in Tahlequah. There was a bar where the grill is now. There was a bar there. And they had, in the 80s or whatever, they had bear wrestling one night. Like, there was a guy that came through town with a trained bear. And the whole thing...
This back.
So here's what happened.
Yeah.
Here's what happened. This guy had this grift where he had this bear. He's like, you go up, you wrestle the bear wears gloves, you wear gloves, and you try to wrestle it. If you can win, then you get this much money. And I'll go from town to town grifting these people, taking their money, and then there's nobody that can wrestle a fucking bear, right? There's nobody that can actually wrestle a bear. So there was a guy named Rooster that my dad knew and Gary knew, and he was one of many roosters, as my dad says. I have to specify which rooster. And yeah, this guy went, and it was in that building across North Park where the grill is, and he wrestled this bear, and there was all these people with all this money on it, and he fucking won. And then the guy had to be like, oh shit, I don't have the money. Yeah. No, yeah, he went and pinned the fucking bear. He pinned the fucking bear. And the dude had to leave town. Like, he had to like, oh fuck. Like, that never happened before. He left. Then within 6 months after that, they banned bear wrestling in Oklahoma.
After Rooster
Yeah, it was
got
a
him?
thing. Yeah, after a guy in Tahlequah beat a bear, like a
So
black
the
bear.
bear had to lose before they cared.
That was, it probably lost a couple more times after that. Not in the beginning of it.
Environmentalists were coming to like, they're having bear wrestling at fucking the bar, and then the politicians were like, well, what's the fucking win? Like, what's the win-loss?
What are we listening
How much are
at?
they betting on this? Like, all the politicians are like, well, that's kind of badass.
If you're
All
a
the
man,
yeah. And
They
some
can take out a
environmentalist
bear.
girls like, but the bear. But then they hear about the bear losing, and they're like, oh.
That's nature.
There's another thing at the House in Pegs. We have this newspaper quote. This is true. Oklahoma was the second to last state to make cockfighting illegal. So again, there was a newspaper quote we had. At the
It was
House
like
in Pegs.
2008, right?
And the reason why they did it was
I can
some other
believe it.
reason to draw Democrats to the ballot on someone else's
Still
candidate.
Yeah.
Well, right, it happens, but the last state to legalize it, and there was a senator from Oklahoma. He had a quote in the paper. My dad framed it. It said, "The first thing the communists do when they take over is legalize cockfighting." Or make cockfighting. Like, it's like that was the first thing they do.
As a symbol of
Like, it's
the
a
beginning of
weird,
communism.
yeah. Is that when they start letting? And so then this is weird. Okay, they let you have chicken boxing. You have cock boxing. They have gloves on, which fits the purpose. But if you have an illegal cockfighting ring, do you know what happens to the chickens?
They die?
Yeah, the cops go out and they kill them.
Yeah.
That's what. So what were we preventing? Like, what were we trying to fucking stop? Like, what were we?
Chicken genocide right there.
Yeah, like,
Dude,
what is the
seriously,
fucking point of that? Because they're not gonna raise
I'm sure
the
the
chicken.
chickens were proud that they won. The
I
ones
think
that won.
gambling
Yeah.
is kind
I
of
think it's-
instinctive. I think that's like an instinctive thing.
You
that
think
we
so?
have. I think
Are
gambling.
you
is
good at
instinctive.
gambling? I've never been gambling with you. I feel like you'd be fun to gamble with. I
Oh,
feel like you'd be really
I've
fun to
won
gamble
before, right? Okay, so there was a time, right, where my cousin, he invited me over to his birthday, right, and he's doing pretty well off. He's a trucker, right? He's a pretty good dude. He's a big fucking Indian, man. Like, yeah, dude, BFI, BFI, man, big fucking
Euro,
Indian,
big
yeah.
fucking Indians.
Big fucking Indians, yeah. Well, and anyway, yeah, it's my cousin Chudge. You know, we all got that cousin
Oh, yeah,
Chudge.
yeah.
Yeah, we all got cousin
I don't know
Chudge.
yours, but I know mine. I might know yours.
We all got one. We all got
Same
one.
guy.
Everybody-
Yeah,
he's the
yeah,
guy,
yeah.
man. Like, yeah, he's the Chudge.
Your church is much.
Well, fucking Chidge invited me to his birthday, man.
Chidge and my
We're the
daughter.
same age, or about. He's born in April, I think. So he's like
You're born in the spring?
3 months. Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
3 or 4 months ahead of me. Anyway, we go out to Tulsa, right? And we're all chilling. We go to fucking Hooters. Right, we go to Hooters for a little bit, and
I
then
don't really know her.
we go to this place that's got an escape room too, man. Like, yeah, dude. And then we're fucking after that, right? After we went through the escape room and played a fucking couple
Did
of
you
video
solve
games.
the escape room? You didn't.
Yeah, no, we solved the escape
It was
room,
easy
yeah.
as fuck. You just figured it out.
You just punched through the wall.
Now we figured that shit out.
You're
bro.
telling a story like we solved a puzzle in the middle of it, and I'm just.
Oh, we did.
I would
Like,
panic
yeah,
and
dude.
start punching the wall and crying. Feel
Let me
claustrophobic.
out!
Yeah.
Let me.
No, dude, we solved that shit. We got out of there. We played a couple of rounds of bowling. Then we went to the bar, had a couple of drinks, and then after that, we go out to the casino, right?
Oh yeah, play
yeah,
20.
Yeah, River Spirit.
Played
River Spirit
20.
up in
You play
Tulsa,
20?
man.
I lost
Yeah.
a fucking 20, dude. I fucking so mad at myself.
So
I
we
was,
go.
I got so, dude. I actually could have fucking came out with like less than $100.
But you have no impulse control.
But then I was like, And then I went down to 30. And I was like, and I went down to 20. I was like, well, this is what I started with. And then I have nothing. But anyway, sorry. Continue.
That's where we're really in this shit from, is Aaron talking about casinos. He's like, yeah, I made this, and then now I'm down, and now I'm down, and now I'm really in this shit. That was the first time I ever heard it.
So anyway, we go to the River Spirit, right? We order our drinks. So we're sitting there and we're sipping on a couple of beers, and we're like, all right, let's go fan out and fucking look around. So we start going around the casino, honestly just checking it out for a second
I swear
or
this
two.
never happens. Keep going. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Anyway,
so beautiful.
We're sitting there and we're fucking scoping it out, right? And like my cousin Chudge, right? He's on a streak, dude. He's bound to like get something, right? And so we play a couple of games. I'm sitting there and I'm smoking a cigarette and I'm sipping on my beer, just kind of watching everybody else play, right? I went and with my last $50, right, I put like maybe like 20 of it in a machine in what was called the high stakes room. That's what they call it, right? Yeah, dude. The high stakes room. I just went up to this machine, right? And I fucking popped in a 20, right? And I fucking spun that shit and automatically got $50 out of it. So I turned my last $50 into 70, right?
Yeah?
Yeah, dude. And I was like, fuck, I don't know if I want to risk it. But my cousin Chudge is like, fuck it, dude. I'll risk it, man. And he fucking puts another one in there, dude. He fucking hit a jackpot of $2,300 fucking dollars off that.
I need to go to the casino with you.
That shit was,
sounds like it.
Let me wear your clothes and go to the casino.
I would be jealous, but it was his birthday. Like, come on, man. Like, dude, that's
maybe the camera's
dude.
like,
Like, can I have the 3?
let me cop like 3 off you till Tuesday.
You're always in her with a 10. So he comes back with some for me.
Hey, I turned my last 15 to 70. That's about dude, that's better than not.
Sounds like a win to me, brother.
Yeah, honestly, man, it was a good night. It was definitely a good night. Oh shit!
What's another country you'd visit, Janae? You said Italy.
I really want to go to the
And
Bahamas.
Thailand, you said, yeah. Bahamas?
Yes.
You keep asking her what
Bahamas.
country she wants to go to.
Well, I said 3.
Travel advisor or
I want to
something.
go
What the
somewhere
fuck?
like a
Bahamas
really
in
nice
country?
resort.
What?
Isn't the Bahamas in country?
Like, I feel like...
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
Country.
Wait, are the Bahamas
Yeah.
in Florida?
They are not. They're a separate country. They're an
They're a separate
independent
country,
nation.
right?
They're an independent nation,
Like
but they
Hawaii.
are
Right. Well, Hawaii's not. Hawaii's a state.
But it should be independent. I'm for Hawaiian independence. It was illegally taken over by Dole, the pineapple fruit company.
Yeah, dude, and Captain Cook.
They fucking
Captain
they
Frank.
But they
threw
had
out
a-
Queen Liliuokalani.
They had a monarchy before that, which probably isn't what they want either.
No, that's what the indigenous
Probably
people
not.
wanted, and since then they've
There wasn't an
deal
established
with-
monarchy. They got the idea from Europeans, right?
there was already a form of monarchy, and then King Kamehameha, which is not
Dragon
Dragon
Ball
Ball
Z.
Z.
Yeah, I know you're
But
talking
there was
about.
actually a Hawaiian chief named Kamehameha who went around and united all the Hawaiian islands, and then his great granddaughter.
But it was in response to them being colonized and the Portuguese and stuff. It was
Oh, yeah.
Oprah,
Like,
yeah.
does Hawaii still, like, want tourists there or no?
Well, now the indigenous population is a lot smaller, and a lot of people in Hawaii are like, well, I'd rather it still be in America. And I visit here. My grandma likes to come and visit because the beaches are nice and the resorts are cool. Meanwhile, we'll keep raping the indigenous fucking wildlife and just bringing invasive plants and destroying all the things that make... I've never even been there, but I care about Hawaii.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, the Polynesian
And
persuasion.
it's Dole, the ones that you eat your canned pineapples. A dude named Dole went up there with a gun and was like, Hawaii's mine, bitch. And now Hawaii's like a state. America's like, well, you boys already
It's not
done
like
it.
a state. It is a
I
state.
feel like Hawaii is so unprotected, like Pearl Harbor and shit, you know?
Yeah, and then
They
America's
was
like,
there.
you're close to Japan, so now you're even more useful.
Well, they had a bunch of islands. They hit another Guam. They hit a bunch of islands. They want Hawaii because
They also
it
have
had.
Guam. They also
They
ended up
still
getting
have.
Guam.
They still
Yes,
have Guam.
true.
They don't have the Philippines.
And American Samoa.
Which is, if you made sense, if you want to make the argument that the reason why we want to keep it is preemptive war with Japan.
Guam's by Southeast Asia.
Yeah, you could argue that.
But if you want to say it's preemptive war with that,
It
then that
is-
doesn't make
it
sense
is
because why do they
very
give up the
similar, like-
Philippines?
Why
They
would we
are
give up the
Asian, right?
Philippines?
Yes.
Oh, well, to allow
No,
them
they're
to be a
Polynesian.
sovereign nation.
Polynesian.
But we wouldn't do that
Polynesian,
with
yes.
Guam or Hawaii.
Yeah.
It seemed more
territories.
strategic for like probably to have a group that doesn't resent America, because American Samoa and Guam both have independence movements that are trying to like like American authority in the islands and what sovereignty.
But the military is so heavily based right now. That's not going to
Yeah,
happen.
because America's never going to let up that fucking strategic position
We have
against
bases
China
everywhere, bro. It's
all
Right.
around the world. Yeah.
Right.
And then
makes
those
sense.
people just have no choice, and it's just
You don't ever think about the end of, like, America.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
Oh, it's going to be tomorrow. When they-
Empires.
I think that's how they've been waiting on it,
Tomorrow,
yeah.
But Puerto Rico, they don't have any representation, but they can freely move to America. and then they can, or they have U.S. citizenship.
Right.
Yes, but Guam and Samoa, they don't have American citizenship, and they're called like non.
If you're a military bro, I
citizens.
don't think that's true.
If you're a military bro, yes, because then, or no, not even if you're in the military and you move to the
that's
United
true.
States,
I don't think that's
you
true.
still don't have. You can pay taxes to a state, and you are still not a citizen.
I don't
of
think
the
that's true because I know
country.
people are
That
born.
is true.
I know people are born in
1000%.
like Germany.
There was a
and
man who
shit,
there's a guy who sued Utah because he was a Guamian guy who served in the military, went to Utah and paid taxes for 20 years, but he was never allowed to vote because he wasn't an American citizen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he didn't have voting rights.
But it's like that, like Germany and Japan, because I know people are born there and they're citizens.
Yeah, if you're born on base.
Right. Okay, that's the
If you're
difference.
born on
Okay, that
base.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
There's a military
but it's
hospital,
explanation.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
I
fucking
know,
weird thing
that was
about.
a really intense
It's like-
random conversation about Polynesia.
But that's a really funny thing that our government does. Like, you're one of us if you're on the soil or the soil we
Or close
took.
enough.
Well,
Like,
the
if
thing
it goes
is,
so close, it's
You're
like,
one of
oh.
us if you
It's
meet
on
these
the premises.
requirements.
The thing
Yeah.
is, we invented a very destructive weapon on the premise that we got attacked once in there, so we obviously want to keep it. Right. We
Well, it's either
obviously
us
want
or
to
what
keep
was it, the
Hawaii.
Nazis or
like-
Russians were trying to make the bomb too. The nuke.
Right.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Y'all think Hitler's Nazi shit would have like made it?
Maybe
know.
for a while. If,
Yeah,
it,
you
if,
think
if
it
he
would've
won
like,
the
"Oh, fuck
war,
this"?
it would have.
Yeah.
I think there probably would have been some weird German empire for a minute,
Well,
and then a bunch of independence movements.
His
slowly
plan
followed.
wasn't to take over the world. Originally, his plan was to let Britain have the sea. Originally, his plan was to let England
Sure,
have
and
the
he
sea.
wanted
and he
Lebensraum.
he wanted
for
mainland Europe,
Germans.
yeah.
He
Right.
wanted all the Germans to have mainland Europe and a
right.
little bit of Africa if we wanted, or send some to other parts of the world.
Well, he wanted to give the
colonizing.
Italians North Africa.
That's right, because he
And you want to let the
them
Russians, and you want to let the
anyways,
Russians have Eastern Europe and Poland and all. Like you want, well, not Poland, but you want them to have most of Eastern Europe. He's fine with
But
that.
he was one to argue with him.
Right. It came down to like weird little nitpicky fucking. No, I want this border. You want this border. Blah blah blah. And he was on dope too towards the end, and that makes it kind of hard.
Kind of like your
Decisions.
boss. What was your
Yeah.
boss's name? Roberts.
He wasn't on dope though. That's unfair. That's not true.
Wasn't he clean for? Or no, this is the other guy, the other boss, right?
There was a dude I worked with that was on dope, but that guy was awesome. That guy was cool as fuck.
Oh, that's cool.
That guy was fucking
That's a good
awesome.
worker.
Yeah, no, he was a great. He was a hell of a. This guy I worked with. His name. I'm not gonna say his name because he'll get mad. His name was Tim. We'll say just Tim. We'll leave it at that. And Tim, his thing is that he would wait. It was this big job site that Walmart was building at the Waltons. We were building for the Waltons. So where they had leftover materials, they would just throw it away. That's the shit you build an apartment with. Tim would wait till no one was looking. He would steal all the construction materials and sometimes even the tools. And then when he was off work, he would do more meth. And then he would go and he built an entire building in his backyard from shit he stole from the job site. Didn't pay a fucking dollar. Like, not even the nails, not the nail gun, not the fucking lumber. He was building an entire different building
Just from
alone
scrap stuff
from things he
like
was
that.
stealing from the job site and the company knew about. It was badass, dude. Like, you just watch him fucking
Sounds like
do
Johnny
it.
Cash song.
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's like
Yeah.
loading shingles and fucking plywood sheets and fucking drywall and fucking, yeah, no, he's like, why are they throwing this away? What the fuck is wrong? I can be building the house for free right now. He didn't even own the land he was on. He was on meth and hoarding it. Like, it wasn't even, he was renting it, but he's like, no, I'm gonna build a structure
Squatters'
all
rights.
night for fucking.
Squatters' rights.
That's pretty
Well,
anarchistic.
That's
But he was awesome. He
pretty
was
badass,
awesome.
like,
So
yeah,
it's
dude.
an hour and 25 in. It's about that time for a little game.
I think we got 20, 30 more minutes, though.
20, 30 more. I mean, that's fine.
What
I'm
do
just-
you guys want?
Well,
You want to wrap it up?
Getting close to it.
Getting closer, let's do that game then.
let's do the game.
Let's do it again.
So I've been asking you about celebrities and people and stuff. It's all for Mary Fuck
This
Kill.
game, MFK.
So
It's a game, not words
And
at all.
It's
I think,
all out.
I think we're foaming
For
now.
real. Yep, I think it's all good, dude. Yeah. For those of you listening, we just drained a keg. Hell yeah.
Alright.
yeah.
Is that nitrous or what is that?
What?
Is that CO2?
His head just.
Just passes out.
We're like, oh shit, that's what it was. Damn.
That's a bad idea. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't
Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a bad idea.
You just die.
Yeah.
Cole died in the podcast. We'll see how it goes next week. He tried to fucking do whippets out of a Dos Equis fucking keg.
Does anybody have jumper cables?
Defibrillate him, get his boy back and running.
Yeah, dude.
Just hit that top line.
Yeah, let him grab a hackberry lamb and he'll be back.
There's-
in no time.
There is one thing that we didn't talk to him about too, though, before we get into this.
What's that?
Fucking
Oh,
the clink.
oh, dude,
The
fucking Camo's jail
Yeah,
tales.
so that was
'Cause- okay, so we know the story about how Cole ended up in the cell, right? but we've never gone up how you ended up like there, man. Like, yeah.
For context, how we ended up Cam was my cellmate for a night in CCDC, and then we got out the same day. And I'd been there for 2 weeks. Yeah, I'd been there for like 2 weeks or something like that. And there was this guy that was with me. He's this short little guy. He was like a dope head. He got in trouble for running from the cops in Looks Groves, we said, on a motorcycle. And he would fuck with me. He made so many rape jokes, it's crazy. And then he got promoted to like the lunch lady of the jail, which means he got moved out of the cell. So one night, I'm sitting there. I'm in this cell alone. And I'm reading my fucking book. I don't know what I'm getting out exactly. It's looking better. And it's dark. And all I know is it's been one night. They're going to throw some random dude in off the street in this cell with me at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to figure it out. I know that's a scary fucking, because you don't know. It's going to be, someone's going to get arrested on the outside and they're going to come in your fucking cell at 2 o'clock in the morning some night randomly. And you're going to have to deal with it, right? And I go and I see your outline because I know my contact's in. And I see Cam's outline. And the guards are like letting him in, and then you're looking at me like, don't say anything, don't fucking say anything, don't fucking say anything. And then as soon as the drummer's like, what the fuck, Cam, what the fuck is it? Like, hell yeah. Because I had known you from the outside and stuff, and you're one of the homies. Yeah, well, that's what you say, yeah.
I'm like, because I seen the name on the, when I got checked in, they have a little fucking marker board, right?
Yeah, they have
a small board sitting marker.
I see a panel, and I'm like, no fucking way. I'm like, yeah, I don't like that guy. I don't like that guy. We don't get along. I could probably do this one. And they're like, okay, put me in there. I walk in there, and who do I see? I just see a little head lift up. He's like, I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, and the guard's like sitting there unlocking the door and shit. And yeah, I get in there, and thank God it's him.
And then we stayed up all night just talking about some real shit. We didn't sleep the entire night, and we plotted how we were gonna get out. And you like went,
like some Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, but like we plotted how we were.
Yeah. We're gonna get a spoon around here. Like, yeah, anybody got a spoon?
No, we just stayed all night, and then when I left, I fucking gave you all my shit, and then you left a couple hours after that, and like all the.
Actually, I think I went to City, but yeah, I did get out still though.
Okay, yeah,
fair enough.
Good. That's good.
Fair fucking enough.
No, but that was fucking. But Hunter was asking you, how did you end up in there?
Well, so I was driving down Downing, going towards Easy Mart, you know. Just got my Taco Bell.
That's how it happens, dude. That's how I got in there. That's how I got in there.
County special.
Yeah, Easy Mart, dude.
All right. Let the man tell a story. Tell a story.
I'm fucking cruising, bro. Shit's nice. I just got large Baja Blast. I didn't even take a bite of my burrito, but I could smell it. I'm like, fuck yeah.
You're making me sad already.
Brother. Yeah. Anyway, and I'm going, and I see a cop, and I'm like, oh, I'm good. Don't have my license at the time, but I'm like, no, I'm fucking good. I don't drive crazy. Motherfucker whips it. Now fucking asshole puckers up. Fucking
tight.
No, fuck no, I can't. I'm freaking out. That before jail filling.
Yeah, when you just know you're fucking screwing the second car pulls up, you're like, oh, dude.
It's like, I can run. But the repercussions? No, thank you.
It's like, just I know what you're gonna do. Just do it. I give up. Like I know what you're gonna do. Just fucking.
Fucking hell. The car had insurance. I fucking Gucci. I thought. I was like, maybe he's just fucking mistake. No, motherfucker pulls me over, and he's like, knock on the window. Oh, what's up? And he's like, I pulled you over. And I was like, I'm not a clue officer. You good? And he's like, your headlights aren't on. I look down and. Fuck me. Went to jail over some headlights. No license,
bro.
Had insurance. He was about to let me go for a second, and then like another cop pulled up, and that's when you know.
Yeah,
that's when you know. Yeah.
He's like, wait, this guy's got something. We need to hold him. So, yeah, went to jail. Not met Cole, but met my best Sally.
Yeah.
I fucking
over a headlight.
I went to jail over a tag light being out, and I had a gram and a half of weed on
bullshit,
me.
Man.
Yeah, I had a tag light in the daytime.
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck?
And he said that's why I got pulled over.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
And then he pulled me over, and then this is in Prohibition era.
Right.
So he smelled some dank ass fucking perp in my ashtray. And then he sees a half a bullet just sitting there, and I'm like,
was that in Tahlequah?
No, that was in fucking on the bridge at Cookson Bridge. Damn. At the dam. Yeah. I was like, damn.
So you were you were in the drunk tank though, or whatever?
No, they put me in like the holding cell, and then I never officially like changed out and stuff. But I kept saying, "Oh, I can get a guy. I have money," and then so they kept like I was just saying anything I could, not just like they're like. If you have money, you can get out here tonight. And I was like, fucking, I didn't. I have like a bunch on a PayPal because I made a bunch of bows and arrows for this guy and he paid me in PayPal money. And I don't have that in cash or in a card form or anything. And so I was just saying, I have all this money, but I actually like didn't have it on me, and so I called the bail bondsman. I was like, I do have money, just fucking come and get me. And then he fucking came and got me. This like literal cowboy with the fucking dragoon fucking.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to hunt you down. Yep. For the sands of time.
And so now it's 4 a.m.
They're like, no, that's what. Whenever I got out, I got beat up when I was in there. Not beat up, I got into a fight. Like, I got like a shiner. And I wasn't doing good. Hardly know her. And like I smelled bad. I was sick. I was really sick. Like I had like a dying old person smell. And no one told me like I was gonna really. My bondsman wasn't there. I went outside. I went woo. And then the bondsman came. I was like, so my name is fucking some O'Leary, and I'm here to kill you if you don't fucking pay this bail. Like this is he handed me a business card. It was black and translucent. Like black and you could see through it, like a black plastic see-through business card. Like that's the most dangerous.
And he owes you money.
Yeah.
You're gonna see his black translucent.
That's how they are. They're like, "Yep, you gotta show up for this, and you gotta show up for court, and I'm your guy." And you just.
I just had a cowboy guy, and he took me, and I sat with him at a laptop. Both of us are technologically incompetent, and I'm like, I promise, I got PayPal money. Yeah. So I had to make him make a PayPal account. I had to make my bail bondsman make a PayPal.
Oh,
at least he did. Someone might not fuck you in the side.
I fucking love him, dude.
Thank God for crooked bail
bondsman. What's the name on that one?
I guess.
Hey, thank God for crooked bail bondsman. For real. Thank God for the lineman.
What? I don't. It's some guy in Gore. Out down in Gore.
I know the guy in Delaware County that will get you out here if you need it. Like a good guy. The guy got me out.
I use Dewey Hicks. He's trash, but he
will. He's Dewey
Hicks.
So
now you play
Hunter's squeaky clean. Hunter has no record.
Hunter somehow.
What the fuck do you do with the crazy shit that I have done over the years? Not once have I been caught.
Him one time.
But also, whenever I see red and blues, dude, I fucking run. I will say that. Like I'm not fucking getting caught up in that shit.
Hunter's a smart man.
If it's within reason, right? Like if it's within reason. If they think they've got me, then they ain't got shit, dude. Because exactly where they're fucking looking, where they're looking, man, is where I want them to fucking look, right?
You misdirected.
You're like a magician, dude. You're like Steven Seagal.
You have to be like the droids.
Arrested.
The droids are not here. You were not taking me to jail.
The droids you were looking for.
They come to like reach for you to arrest you, and you just like twist their wrist, and you say no.
And then they're just like, "Fuck, dude, he did it.
Got me, dude. Damn. I didn't know that one.
They start crying and call you daddy.
That's brave. Like, that's brave. That's really brave, man.
That's what Hunter does. He has a way with.
You're an activist, dude.
I can
activate these hands.
I can talk my way out of shit, dude. Like, okay, so a couple months ago, right? I'm sitting on a friend of mine's fucking porch, right? And a cop rolls up.
Wait, it might be correct. It's whatever. Okay.
But a cop rolls up, right? And I'm on my buddy's porch, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm talking to my girlfriend on the phone, and I'm also drinking a beer. And so, like, whenever the cop rolls up, right, I sit the beer down and I'm sitting there in the yard, right? And he pulls up and he starts talking to me. It's this real young guy, dude. He's younger than I am. You know, I'm turning 26 this year. So he's maybe like 22, 23, some shit like that. He's in a fucking Charger and he starts flashing me. He's like, "Hey man, how's your night going?" And I'm just like, "I'm doing all right, officer, just chilling over at my buddy's house." And they're like, and he starts asking me weird questions. He's just like, "Do they know you're here?" And I was like, "Yeah, probably." He was like, "Okay, well, what you been up to tonight?" And I was just like, "I've just been sitting around chilling with my friends. Like, yeah, the bar let out and we decided to come home." And he's just like, he keeps on asking me, right? He was trying to incriminate, but he was like, "Are you sure they know you're here?" And I was just like, "Yeah, we've been here for
like, kicking it, bro. You want a beer? What do you like?
Yeah. Do you want to watch Hot Tub Time Machine with us? Like, yeah, dude. I mean, honestly, it's just dude, it was just like over and over questions, and eventually he just fucking left, and I was like, "What the fuck was that?" Dude? Like, I don't know, man.
He just stopped by, just say what's up, and just make you paranoid for a minute.
Do you ever like?
I guess so.
That's your job.
Nervous?
Yeah, you love.
What's your credit card number?
Are you high right now?
Yeah, are you high right now? What's your credit card number, bro? What's your social security?
That's funny. Roll up on somebody in the middle of the night. Like, what's your social security number? What's your address?
What's your phone number?
Are you high right now? Are you high right now? Any drugs in the car? That's a great job, dude.
I got a question. What's the best cop experience you've ever had while getting pulled over?
Best cop experience?
Okay,
worked out well for me.
Where you feel like a hard ass. Like,
Oh shit!
I got one.
You
I
stood
got
your
one.
ground or fucking,
Yeah.
you fucking didn't obey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got one. I was a little buzzed. I was driving from Jay to Locust Grove to try to get with a girl, but then the girl was playing fucking games. Like, she was like, oh, yeah, cash at me this or whatever the fuck. But then it's probably a dude in a wig in Taiwan somewhere, realistically. Like, I don't even fucking know. Right? And I was drinking on the way there, a couple Milwaukee's Best, a couple Beasts, a couple, MBs. And I drive through there. I'm in the Jetta, and it's like right after I got it, I think. And the lights on it, it's like weird. Like the brights are on, but not the actual lights. Or there's like a switch I have to hit. I didn't realize it. And this Locust Grove cop pulls me over. I'm already like a little drunk. I got fucking shit on me. Not like meth, but like weed. This is before. Yeah, not from prohibition, but I didn't have a med card back then. And I'm like fucking paranoid. And he pulls me over. He asks me what I'm doing. I'm like, I'm going to a friend's house. Blah blah all this. And I'm like, I panic, right? He lets me go the first time. He's like, whatever, do you have insurance? I'm like, no, I don't have insurance. I'm like, don't have a good license, don't have this. I'm like, honest with him. It's okay, I'm gonna let you go. I panic instead of like pulling out to the house to go to. I'm like, I'm just going back to Tahlequah or whatever, right? I go, he follows me, pulls me over in the Harps parking lot, right? Pulls me over in the Harps parking lot. I'm sitting there. He's like, what the fuck was that? You just lied to me and you just went to a different route. We're like, yeah, they saw you pull me over and they want me over there now. They were like, okay, well, we had anything to drink tonight. You seem like you're really nervous. You seem like you're on something. You seem like you're whatever the fuck. I'm like, no, I'm not intoxicated, officer. No, I'm not intoxicated, officer. Okay, well, would you be willing to perform a field sobriety test? I'm like, no, I'm not willing to perform a field sobriety test because I had to take one not long ago and I feel like I couldn't pass one sober. I know what you're going to do. You're going to shine a light in my eyes. You're going to make me follow it back and forth. See, my eyes are dilated. You're going to make me hold one foot out in front of the other for 60 seconds. Yes, I tell him what he's about to do to me, and then you're gonna make me walk with this thing and count a fucking letter out backwards while I do the same paces 9 or 12 times. And I know it's gonna be I can't pass it sober. Let me know. I have anxiety. I have all these medical conditions. Yeah. Fuck this. I can't pass it sober. I'm actually just drunk. I'm actually just mildly buzzed. Right? He's like, okay, I understand, but like I'm just doing it for your safety. I'm like, right. I feel safe because I'm not intoxicated right now. I don't think I need to prove that. And then he's like, okay, but listen. Man, I'm pretty new to this, and the whole part. Yeah, no, he's like, I'm pretty new to this. We have an officer already from Salina on the way, and he really needs to figure out how to do field sobriety tests. He's only done a couple ever. Like, do you think that you could do it? It would just help me out just for the learning experience. I'm like, no, what the fuck? No, he's like, but you haven't had anything to drink. I'm like, no, absolutely never drank anything. Nope, not at all. He's like, okay, well, the officer from Salina's on his way. Let's just see what he thinks. And then we get there, and then they look at me for a minute. I'm sitting on the side of the road, and they're like, okay, look, Mr. Panel. Would you be willing to submit to a field sobriety test, but whether or not you pass or fail it, you're not going to jail tonight. I'm going to make sure you get a ride home. This is just to see if this is just a test to see if we can do it. I'm like, no, what the fuck do you think this is? Like, do you think I'm stupid? Like, what? Oh, this is a trick. This is just a test, bro. We're just seeing if we can do this. Is practice. This is a practice field sobriety. No, I'm like, no, I'm like, no, I'm not submitting. Like, what the fuck? Like, but he came all the way from Salina. I'm like, okay. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what is the? I'm like, arrest me or get me off the side. Like, just come on, look at me. Do you think I'm promising you with my badge? He's like, I'm promising you. Take this field sobriety test. Let's see if you're good to go or not. And you're not going to jail. I promise you're not going to jail, man. Quit freaking out. No, this is really happening. They're like, shit. I promise you're not going to jail. I promise. Just don't fucking like. Just let's do it. I'm like. Okay. and so I go, and then they shine the light in my eyes, and they do the thing, and I hold my foot out, and then I let this guy's new to his job, right? So he's trying to explain really slowly. The guy easy march like going fast, like you need to put one foot in front of the other and do this blah blah really fast. I don't understand what he's saying. This guy's like, so you need to put one foot in front of the other, and he's like, I'm bringing it back to me. So I need to put one foot in front of the other and then do it. So then I verbally narrated what I was doing. Yeah. Like, I'm putting my left foot for my right foot my left foot. 2, 3, 4,
They're just
5. No, I'm doing it out loud. Honestly. Yeah, I'm doing it, right? And then I go, I turn, I pivot. And then the cop that came there, he's like, he looks at the cop that did the sobriety test, he's like, so what do you think? He's like,
holy shit, he's actually doing it.
He's actually doing it. He's not drunk. He's good to go. And then that guy goes to me, he's like, but for real though, what are you on? Because you're on, like, I know this isn't normal. Like, this is like, nothing, I swear to God, I'm not. I just passed up. Like, what the fuck is this? And like, okay, well, what are you gonna do now? I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out Locust Grove. And I'm going to and I passed it, and there was
some super bad shit.
Yeah, and then there was open containers and like all kinds of shit in the vehicle. I was drunk as fuck. I not drunk. I had a couple beers. I was drunk. They didn't breathalyze me. They made me do the fields of right test for shits and giggles, and I passed it.
He's like,
and
you want to shoot my gun?
what the fuck?
See how good you are in a gun. We'll let you go.
I was like, what the fuck?
We signed this waiver that says the two crackheads stole our car and we have no idea what happened. And you're like, yeah, sure.
And I just got the fuck out of this. And I was like, thank God for.
Hell yeah.
You're actually pretty cool. You can hold your
Would
shit.
you be willing to get in handcuffs for the ride along?
Yeah, would you be willing just for
Back
practice?
seat?
For practice,
For
can
practice.
we put you in the car?
And can we like check you in jail for practice?
Can we just check your car for practice? We're just trying to practice searches right now. Can we just practice searching your shit?
Can we like beat you for practice?
I was waiting for me to get done doing it. Like, all right, get him. Like, I was waiting to like do the field sobriety test and I failed anyways. I was waiting.
So you got out of it?
Yeah, they let me go.
Dude, I'd be like, yo, fuck yeah.
No, I thanked him. I was like, you guys are awesome. Thank you. You guys are fucking terrible at your job because I am drunk. Because I am. Fucking.
Shout out Locust Grove Police Department.
Fucking great. Yeah.
One time, whenever Long John Silver's was Long John Silver's and not Sam's Southern Eatery, and then closed down into nothing.
I want to live there.
You want
I
to
live back there in the back room
The
with the
shell
hats,
of Sam's
with
Southern Eatery?
the sailor hats and shit.
You want to pretend it's still Long John Silver's?
Yeah, I'm like, yar, I live in the Long John Silver.
Everyone's like, don't go in there. There's like there's literally Long John Silver.
He's an old pirate.
You were talking like a pirate for no reason.
Missing teeth and shit. Yeah.
Cole's got like some dummies set up in their seats and shit.
They're horrifying looking. It's the most disturbing, like humanoid mannequin bodies. They have like the crumbs you could get there.
Yeah.
There's like baskets of stale. There's rats eating the crumbs and stuff. And Cole's like, "You need anything?" And he's waiting on the rats, like giving them food. Deborah, you're here early. Naming the rats.
You got regulars. Yeah.
The most healthy. You said you wanted to live in Sam's Southern Eatery.
No,
AKA
Long John
former Long John
Silver's. I want to live in that building.
AW/Long John
I bet the
Silver's,
rent's
right?
cheaper than I'm paying, dude. I bet it's not that bad.
Basically, it's, do you want to live in the Atwoods parking lot? Is kind of
Yeah, I do.
what that
You
is.
got everything in you. You got a gun store, you got a head shop, you got Atwoods, you got the chicken depot.
So
You got
I'm
everything.
Coming
Yeah.
out of, I'm coming out of the gas. I'm coming out of the drive-thru. I just got some fucking crumbs and hush puppies, and I have my seatbelt on. I'm in a Ford F-150, but the seatbelt, I guess, kind of goes back or whatever. And then I stop at the stop sign, and I probably roll through it, but it was a good almost stop. Like, I pretty much stopped. You know what I mean? And it's a stop that you do when you're like, that was good enough. Like, I was like...
Like,
And then I keep going, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you think about it, yeah.
That was pretty much a stop. And then this cop pulled me over, and he's this fucking old, short guy with a mustache. He's like, I saw you back, you ran that stop sign. And I was like, did I really roll it? I rolled through it? Huh?
How long ago?
Like 6, it's Prohibition era.
Yeah.
I
Weed
think I know
time.
who pulled you over, but go ahead.
A short white guy with glasses and a mustache or
Old
whatever.
guy.
Yeah, old dude.
Mhm.
He was like, well, I pulled you over, you ran through that stop sign. I was like, no, I didn't. And he was like, yeah, and you weren't wearing a seatbelt. And I was like, I have one on right now. He was like, well, did you put it on after I pulled you over?
Even if I did, I wouldn't admit that to you.
I didn't even think that. He was like, well, they got this new law, the seatbelt law. I thought you didn't have your seatbelt. I guess they make your kind of truck where you can't really see that seatbelt. I'll have to remember that, I guess, before I pull over any more
The most popular vehicle in the United States.
Yeah. I was like, I'm glad I could be your guinea pig. And he was like, well, I didn't think they were wearing a seatbelt. Well, I was like, well, I was. And I'm sitting there with my hush puppies getting colder by the second. I'm like, can I go? I was like, I pretty much stopped. I was like, are you really about to get me on this? And he's like, well, I just thought you should just make sure to stop them stop signs and make sure to wear your seatbelt. I was like, you motherfucker, I have my fucking seatbelt on.
Clicked it right there.
I didn't say you motherfucker, I said, oh, okay. And then I fucking got out of there. I was like, what? And he pulled me over back in the Atwoods park. Like he was in line behind me. I think he hated that. I don't know. Maybe I got the last hush puppies, and he was just fucking pissed. He was just sniffing around in there, like, You get the last jalapeno.
So you were keeping Long John Silver's open.
That was the last time I went there.
Shit.
And then
A&W. Shout out to A&W Burgers.
when it was Sam's Southern Eatery for like a month or two or whatever, also it was pretty badass. Y'all should have went there. There was cheap when they were going out of business. They threw the fattest deals. Y'all should have went. That was the peak Sam's Southern Eatery. They'll throw you like 20 tenders for $15, and they were big as fuck.
Please
And
make
just
me
get some
like bread
sauce.
service.
They're like, please come back. And they're just throwing extras for no reason.
I think,
But-
I think mine is probably the time. Oh, okay, so it was a Halloween party back in 2017. That was
Hit him with
the
them
most
bangers.
badass,
Hit him with the
dude.
bangers, dude. Hit him with the fucking 30-minute bangers.
That's not gonna. Yeah, dude, that's too long of a story. That's a
Nah,
lot to
go
fucking tell.
for it. Nah,
that's
dude,
a
go
lot to
for
tell,
it.
man. Oh Jesus, I'd rather tell another one that was probably about a year previous, right? That I haven't told on the podcast before
Okay.
because I've told that one.
A virgin story.
Yeah, dude, yeah. So I'm sitting there over at my buddy's house. I'm gonna name drop a lot of people here. So Levon, if you're hearing this, cool motherfucker.
Oh, one time I saw
Love you.
teachers chase him under chairs and he kept screeching at him.
In second,
It was like,
first grade.
Get away!
First
And he was
grade.
like hissing at him and shit. And
So-
then, like a teacher with a big butt had to chase him under a chair.
Aw, shit
Thank
stuck.
you. Huh?
Shit
So-
stuck.
Yeah, they had to get like the vice principal involved.
Oh,
And-
my
So there's the vice
Anyways,
principal.
Levon Pitchford, yeah.
Oh, we're over at his house, right? And we're drinking. We have I have like 2 fucking beers, right? Like we have a fucking 12-pack, and we're just sitting on top of the treehouse, right? And we're fucking chilling up there. And I had 2 beers and I had 2 shots of vodka, right? And then we were like, okay, I'm gonna go spend the night with the fucking twins tonight, right? So I called my aunt. I'm like, hey, I'm staying.
And
the
they've
night
been on
with
the
twins.
podcast, the My Dearest Twins.
Yeah,
They've
yeah.
been on
Shout
here?
out to those
Yeah.
guys. They've been on here. Yeah, it
Look
was
up
like
that
our
episode. It's
5th
called My
episode.
Dearest Twins.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Yeah, we got both of them actually. It was
Both of them.
It was supposed to be
Both
Will
of
when
them.
James walked in.
yeah.
Badass.
Yeah.
So
Anyways,
we're drinking over at Levon's, right? And we decided to take a friend of ours, right? His name's Dylan, right? Over to
Kills so fucking bad.
his girlfriend's house, right? But what we didn't know was that Dylan had allegedly stolen from his girlfriend like earlier in the day, right? So when he was coming back over, right? We pull up into the fucking neighborhood, man, and as soon as we do, dude, there's just 2 cops that fly around the fucking
shit.
corner, dude, and they lights on, everything. And they're like, they say his full name. They're like, Dylan, get out of the car, get out of the passenger side of the car. And we're like, fuck, they've been watching us. And so he steps out, hands up, right, and like fucking they arrest him immediately. They fucking arrest
Got him
him. And
for
then,
what?
apparently
For
stealing
vibing.
from his girlfriend earlier that day.
But you were good. You didn't rob nobody, right?
No,
Okay,
no. I was just coming home from a fucking get together, dude. From just like a chill, like it was literally like a Tuesday
Get-together?
fucking night.
I thought the
like,
same
yeah,
thing.
Okay,
It
yeah.
was it was literally just like a Tuesday fucking night for us, dude. We were just chilling. Like, yeah. So we're
You got
fucking
it.
we're sitting there,
It's a disease.
right?
You won't stop doing it. Dude.
And then they pull James out of the car, right? They pull him first, and it's like, oh fuck, dude. So they pull him out of the car, and they start making him take all these kinds of fucking tests, right? Like the whole fucking
Math,
geometry,
yeah.
dude. Alphabet backwards, that shit. And they're like, you're drunk. All right, and they put him in handcuffs and then place him in the back of the car, and we're like, fuck. Me and Will are just like, shit, we're next. And sure enough, the cop opens up the door, and he's like, all right, boys, get out. And so we both fucking hop out, right? And he does the same thing to us. And he's like, okay, you 2 are good. You 2 are fine. You can go ahead and Will started explaining the, James's twin brother and shit. And he's like, well, you can have the keys. You're good. You're good. So I guess just get on home, boys. Like, just go home from here. And we're like, fuck,
Get on home, boys.
like, dude. So, like, fucking Will's on the phone with his parents. I can't stay the night, obviously, because James got fucking arrested.
He ruined the
dude.
sleepover.
He ruined us watching the original Godzillas. Goddamn.
Aw.
No, dude, it was. I was just happy to get the fuck out of there. My aunt wasn't too pleased that I told her I was going to stay the night and then came back home, especially when I told her the reason. Yeah, dude, that shit
Did you
was.
get beat?
No.
Okay, we're good then,
hell
yeah.
no. Yeah, dude. She just didn't let me go out for like 2 days.
Oh, yeah.
And then when she did let me go out, it was
Just
Friday.
came back with
So
the-
Yeah.
it was Friday, so I
Almost
just
time to
picked
go
up,
out.
just picked up where I left off, really. I fucking, yeah, but no, we got away scot clean, and I'm not really sure how, because like I said, I
Wait,
had
who's
drank.
Scott?
Got away with Scott Clean?
Scotty doesn't know. Don't tell Scott.
He's from Briggs, right?
Don't tell the
Scott
police that you've had 2 beers and then 2 shots of vodka. Don't tell them that. Even if they're testing you, just don't tell them. Just tell them you had no
don't
drinks.
say shit to them at all. Just leave the window up. Don't give your ID.
Yeah.
Say you're a sovereign citizen.
One more cop story than Maryfoot Kill. And this one
Okay.
involves me and Hunter. And it's really funny. And
shit.
short. I was trying to make a bong out of bamboo. And so me and Hunter were walking around town. And he showed me this little cut through school where he walked through a bamboo patch. And then I took my pocket knife and I was like, Hunter, watch for the cops while I steal this lady's bamboo. So I cut like a 15-foot piece of giant bamboo. And I start walking through NSU. Me and Hunter. I have a gram of weed in my gym shorts. And we're walking up to fucking Georgetown. And I'm about to make like 15 bongs out of this motherfucker right here. And I'm walking up. And then 2 NSU cops. And I have a truck. We were just walking. We were just out and about. And then I was like, I might as well snag some boo on the way. And
Snag some boo.
yeah. And so these 2 NSU fucking like super troopers roll up in a golf cart. Yeah, and they're like, oh, what are you doing there? And I was like, I'm going home with my bamboo. And they're like, well, we've been hearing reports of a guy in a red F-150 who's been stealing a lot of bamboo from the. It was me. I'm the.
And then we were like, we didn't hear.
And we're like, I don't know what the fuck. Do you see
F-150?
F-150? Or do you see
we
my
were just
feet?
walking. Yeah, we
And,
got our graffitis.
And so then we just tell them, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and then get the fuck on home, and then make a bunch of bongs, and then I traded one for like an eighth of weed from a guy in Disney, and
Just
then
ratting on old plugs.
Yeah,
Just
and then
throwing them and just you fucking piece of shit.
and then I'd go and just steal so much more bamboo with my fucking truck.
The bamboozler.
I was the bamboo, and so then apparently I went and someone told me that I was the only bamboo related incident that they've ever had to put down in NSU.
In NSU history.
Like if you go into their like little keyword type in for like stuff they've ever dealt with,
Bamboo
like reports.
reports,
If you type in bamboo, it says Mason Gray and Hunter Miller were walking through NSU campus suspiciously with a 15-foot piece of bamboo. We determined they were not a threat. And I was just like, I have a great weed in my pocket. Oh my god.
Oh fuck. As we're in prison.
Oh shit.
I could have gone to fucking prison.
Yeah.
Dragging bamboo across the parking lot.
Oh,
It's a lifestyle. Anyways, Maryfoot Kill.
MFK.
Cancun. Maryfoot Kill. King Charles, Amy Schumer, or Bad Baby? King Charles, the King of England who's dying of cancer. Amy Schumer, the failed comedian who's still successful for no reason.
She's not successful.
Probably due to the work of Satan. Well, if you're making over 50K,
Probably the fact her cousin's a New York senator.
That probably helps. And Bad Baby, aka the Cash Me Outside girl.
We're at 2 hours, by the way.
Mary, Bad Baby.
Marion Bad Baby.
Yeah. Put the bag on Amy Schumer.
Oh, you got it's a dirty word. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fucking
She's telling you jokes while you're fucking.
Oh,
It's
no.
like,
no.
shut up.
And then, off the old man. Just
You're kill- I mean, yeah, he's already on his way out.
He's
Damn,
on
that's kind of an easy
dude.
one.
That's
Janae, do you agree? Is that like a good
Yeah.
way to go about
Yeah.
that?
MFK.
I really don't know. I don't know why you would want to fuck King Charles
Yeah.
or marry him. Oh no, if you married him,
because they can get royalty.
oh,
Royalty
dude.
is dude.
Oh,
Damn.
think about that.
That was
bro.
an option we
Well,
didn't
you can
think
change it. It's not too late, dude. I won't hold it against you.
Let's not put that on the podcast.
Let's not put that. You want to marry King Charles because you want a British sugar daddy? That's what I'm trying to get. Fuck.
shit.
Where's my British sugar daddy? Right, Cole?
Yeah. What?
So
All
could
right.
you send me feet pics after you work outside, Mason? And I just have splinters in my toes. I'm like, is this grinding enough for you, Charles?
Is this your cup of tea?
Well, that one went. I said King Charles, Jamie Schumer, and Bad Baby. He said. What were you hearing that, Cole? Doesn't matter. Let's move on.
I heard it good.
Okay, round 2.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we have a bunch of names.
Forget.
Amber Heard, Trust Justin Trudeau, and Jared Leto.
MFK?
Yeah.
MFK.
MFK.
Amber Heard, the bitch who chipped off Johnny Depp's fingy. And
That was a
Justin
wine
Trudeau.
bottle. He did to himself.
Okay, well, you know what? Whatever he does is pretty cool. He has sunglasses on. Justin Trudeau, the failed blackface minstrel actor who's now the provincial governor of fucking
Prime Minister.
Northern North America. That's why I call it
North.
I like to call it Northern Wisconsin. That's Canada. Yeah.
North.
And Jared Leto, aka cult leader / the Joker, off screen and on screen.
I'm ready. Okay, so Hear me out. It's 2024.
Mm.
There's asexual relationships now.
Mm.
So I'd probably marry Jared Leto.
Just get in on that.
Just getting on that, figure out his secret, how to stay
Money.
young.
Yeah, the money. Yeah.
Fuck
So-
Amber Heard. Probably in the butt. And then kill Justin Trudeau.
Why in the butt?
She pooped in Johnny Depp's bed, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, so
That was
you
part of
want
the
to go
fucking-
in there?
I want her to poop on her own bed.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
A little bit of revenge for Johnny Depp, man. from
You don't want to
beyond.
marry Justin
Yeah.
Trudeau? There was actually no benefit to that at all.
He seems
whatsoever.
kinda weak.
There's no,
You're
yeah.
right. You're right. Well, you'd be the husband in that role, definitely.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You're like, if you can put on blackface, you can put on a wig. You know what I mean? God damn. I'm like, oh, sorry,
That's a pretty solid answer.
oh, sorry, your dinner's there, bud. Your dinner's cold there, husband, bud. I don't know. I'm doing Canadian. all right. Round 3. A college rugby team, Kanye West, or PewDiePie. It's all pretty
Fuck,
gay.
The rugby
It's-
team is
An entire fucking college rugby team, probably from like Europe or like Russia or something. Like about 18
Wisconsin.
guys. I think you got
Fucking
teams like
Manchester United.
that. Yeah. So if fuck is the answer with that,
I'd be
that's
killing myself. I think.
that might be slightly.
The last thing you ever did.
Or you discover something new about yourself is what would happen.
How much can a man take?
Maybe not a college rugby
whole
team.
league.
Maybe not a college rugby team.
Yeah.
I'd probably kill him off in a bus accident. So
Bus accident.
And then Kanye West, we have Kanye West and PewDiePie as the others.
I'd kill PewDiePie.
Kill
Oh,
PewDiePie.
fuck.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold
I'm
on,
about to
wait.
You
a
gotta
minute,
fuck
wait a
Kanye
minute.
West.
Or marry
Like,
PewDiePie.
yeah, dude, what?
Hold on.
You're
He's
gonna marry
he's
that
just going
dude.
like Yeezy.
Fuck. Well,
You just argue with him about who gets to fuck who, and that's what it is. All the time. He's like, listen. And you're like, no, Kanye.
And you're like, no,
Morning,
yeah.
Kanye. Shut the fuck up.
All right, so you're fucking Kanye?
I'm marrying Kanye.
You're marrying
Marry
Kanye.
Kanye. Okay.
Okay, and so... What were the other ones? Jack Black
And then fucking PewDiePie, man. Like,
Fucking
yeah.
PewDiePie. Okay, you're right.
like-
You can have some more of Hitler's perfect children. Okay.
Spice him up a little bit.
Spice them up a little bit, yeah. A little
Yeah,
fucking
got it.
native up in that, right?
Got a little bit of the forest fever, do you?
Jesus,
Forest fever.
I got timber typhus right now. Damn, that's pretty fucking cut. You
That was
kill the
nice.
you
That was
really
nice.
kill the college rugby team.
That's nice.
If you married them, you kind of get the benefits of having like 22 husbands.
If you're in Utah, right? If you have a polygamous state.
Or France, probably.
Maybe,
yeah.
I don't know if they're doing Utah. I think
I can
you
have my
either
own
get
cult.
Mormons or rugby.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
Yeah, you gotta
their
have your own-
team said they do like teamwork. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you could like
Fuck yeah.
you could put them to work. Seriously,
Oh,
make them
man.
work for you.
you really could.
I don't know,
dude.
go.
Jesus.
So you're off in the
I
rugs.
mentioned that work is like they work with me. I don't know.
You're
No,
marrying
like
Kanye.
you'd be like the boss, and they're
Well,
your
you could've done
employees.
it.
Wait, you'd be married to Kanye?
You'd be like
would
the
might
CEO.
you would go crazy, dude.
Well, that's not Kim to Kim, right?
You would just find another
That's-
part of his giant mansion to hang out in. Like, just walk
Just be by
across-
yourself.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
Where are you, Cam? Where's my husband?
Oh,
Come
shit.
here.
Come here. And you're like behind a big like a gold piano.
The stronger song is
Hope
playing in
he
the
doesn't hear
background.
you
He's like
breathing.
hunting down.
The fucking maid walks by and you're like, shh.
Help me.
I'm on the run from a superstar.
He's outside. He's outside, Kanye. He's
Oh.
outside.
Oh, no.
Look, I'm not saying you're a gold digger.
Just
saying. Okay.
saying.
Okay, so you're married to a psychopath with a giant mansion. And fucking PewDiePie. He just keeps saying, yeah, bros. Yeah, bros. Dude, bros. Dude.
And then afterwards, he's like,
He
don't forget
slips
to
and
like
says
and
the N-word one
subscribe.
time.
Yes.
Don't
Did
forget
he
to
get
like
called
and
out for that?
subscribe,
For
kids.
that?
Yes,
said
he
it
did.
all
He
the
said
time.
he had to say it. He had it on screen.
He said it with an A soft A. Let's all give him a clap.
In their language, it's an A with a line through
It
it.
means something else in Swedish. People don't know that.
Yeah.
It means...
Blessings to you and to all. Good night.
Yeah.
Try that, America.
All right.
Swedish
well,
bastards.
we got a couple characters left on here.
We're at 2 hours. This is gonna take
I know,
forever for me to
yeah,
upload.
yeah.
You're making this.
Chuck Schumer, Tokyo Tony, or Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I'm gonna pass this question. Bro.
Here we go, Janae. Chuck Schumer.
Really
Do you No, Chuck Schumer. He is an old politician. Just
Okay,
an
I have
old
to marry
politician.
one, fuck one,
And kill one.
And kill one.
And then
Yeah,
Arnold
and then-
Schwarzenegger and Tokyo Tony. Marry one, fuck one, kill one.
Who is Chuck again?
He's just an old, greasy politician.
Old greasy politician
Yeah.
from New York.
He's like, why is everybody just not rich? That would be way easier for all of
So
us.
easier.
Okay, so probably marry Chuck.
Yeah,
And then
Politician
He's
status,
old too,
yeah.
so
Yeah, so.
Probably kill Tokyo Tony because like she's just too problematic. And she treats her daughter like crap. So.
and fuck Arnold Schwarzenegger. No,
I
And
think that's a good choice.
yeah,
if it-
that's the-
if
no,
you can
because
get
he
that,
did steroids, so his dick is probably small, right?
it's
Probably.
It's
They
almost
say-
not.
Yeah,
They
well,
say
then I'll do
that-
It's basically a
I'll do
vagina.
that.
Actually-
Just rub it with your finger a little bit.
It's actually the balls, not the dick that shrinks.
It's the balls.
It's the balls that
It's
shrinks.
the
It's not
balls.
the dick. It's the balls. That's what shrinks.
Oh, because you're right.
Yeah.
He's a normal Austrian penis.
But the balls will get weirdly.
The balls are
Yeah, that
weird.
happens. Just a PSA. If you,
You have to feel around for him. Feel around. Well,
Like bobbing for apples.
but Arnold Schwarzenegger's
yeah.
balls.
So much shit about his dick.
I know, dude. This shit is.
Sorry.
If you do steroids, people are going to talk about you.
Oh, fuck.
Well,
I don't know any Pearl Jam. I know some Pennywise, and I learned some Beach Union songs before I got here.
Oh, hell yeah.
what do we?
Should I play just like what?
Just do some. Play
Just
cool
do what
riff
I'm
things.
doing.
play a
Just
cool
do
riff,
what I'm
yeah.
doing.
We usually
Yeah.
sing a song
Yeah.
and make up something. So
Fuck!
yeah.
I
So,
fucked
yeah.
up!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Fuck you, Doug. Fuck you, Doug.
I hope you get bit by a bug.
Fuck you, Doug.
What did Doug do again?
Some drugs.
What did Doug do again?
If I want to, I'm working for you. Fuck you, Doug.
I'm kind of just liking the riff, yeah.
Like that shit out there.
I had some questions for those Mormons. I wanted them to come down to my house. I said, hey, make a date, come on down. I got a couple of questions for you. I said, first of all, does God have a penis? They say we're all made in his image, but if that's true, I didn't know God's dick would be this small. You didn't think? You think God was packing? Answer me that, Mormon man. Tell me, is he above average? God's penis. How can you take him inside you? How big is God's penis? And if he's made in your image? Also, women, maybe God is a vagina. Maybe God is a woman. Maybe God is a woman.
God is a woman. God is a woman.
With a average size dick, 5.5 to 6 inches, according to American statistics. So I would assume my God has a similar size penis to me. I would assume so if I'm putting all my faith in you, that you would have a similar type of situation going on down here on earth. What was Jesus' shit looking like? I wonder about him too. I wonder how it's like for being a Hebrew Jew. They walking around the desert, just hanging brain all day. I didn't think it'd be that insane to say, this guy got a big dick. I just be wondering.
Oh shit! Arkansas football.
Is that Chuck Schumer?